Hello everyone. Hello everyone. Good morning, good evening, good night to you. I'm back from earlier this afternoon. We had a small little Mogi stream. It was just about an hour long, nothing crazy. Just wanted to stream for some folks who wanted a Mogi stream. Although at the time no one was really streaming Mogi, so I thought why not have a baby stream before I go into back into our BKT watch party. Also guys, if you never tried these chocolates, I'm sure they're very familiar, but these Ferrero collection chocolates are pretty good. I currently have the coconut chocolate in hand. And yeah, I just came off the shower. I just had late lunch. What's up, Brendan? 9275. You know, usually the 4 numbers I have after a username are related to my birthday. Although, you shouldn't really do that. I think it's proper etiquette to, or common sense these days, really, to not have any numbers associated on your username with personal information. But today, guys, we're back with more BKTs. Yesterday, or yeah, it was yesterday, we went all through SNES, N64, and GBA, BKTs, all of them, every single one. Although I will say we did miss a couple, whether because it was missing a ghost file, whether because there's no video, or they just had a screenshot, so on and so forth. And I imagine the same thing will happen today. We're gonna have some missed ones, unfortunately. But starting off here with GT and Luigi Circuit, this one we do have the BKT ghost file. It is a 51987 by Keys, also known as Abby. They did this on Dolphin, and yeah, let's go ahead and get it started. I'm going to close out the background music, put this back in, and we'll see this in full HD. I always thought Luigi Circuit was interesting. What was that? Oh, I think that's Outside Drift. It must be Outside Drift, or they're doing an ultra cut. Why are they bonking the wall? Is this Outside Drift? What's going on here? Okay. What is going on here? Did you see a Luigi Circuit? What the fuck? Oh, they did this on Funky Flame Runner. This is on Funky Flame Runner, so I'm wondering why it's giving me Mach Bike. Why is it giving me Mach Bike? They did this on Funky Flame, according to what it says here. Oh, okay, no, this is, I'm sorry. This is the 200cc. This is the 150cc, done by also by Abby, 117442. My mistake. Early shenanigans here on the stream. But yeah, now it makes sense. Now we're on Funky Flame Runner. It was like, why did it just broke the wall? Yeah, what's up, Carson? Hope your Mogi's going well, bro. I just saw Frick streaming, and I was really impressed that he's rocking the hand cam. Not only that, he's rocking the GCN controller, and he's holding his controller. He's using his index to drive, so I can do a little demonstration here. He's doing this. Oh, there's a cam. He's doing this. He's driving with this index. So I thought that's really impressive. But we're back. We're starting on GCN Luigi Circuit. This is done by Abby again. This is a 117.422.442. I'm sorry. Pretty tight lines. Okay, this is like the only soundtrack in the game that's like a bit out of sort. Like, why is it suddenly dubstep? I don't get it. Although I wish I would have chose the soundtrack. Although it's not really fitting, I guess, for Mario Kart. But still, really good soundtrack. I personally like it. Like, listen to this. It's a shortcut through the off-road there. I imagine they did that the first 2 laps as well. Wasn't really paying attention. Or there it is. It came and went. That's the first race of the day. Fastest lap being number 3 with the 25744, barely outbeating lap 2 by 0.02ish. 0.02ish. 0.012. 16. 0.016. There you go. First race of the day done. Again, that's by Abby. She did that on Dolphin. Next course, GCMP Speech. This is done by Freighter, so I don't imagine I'm gonna have the ghost for it. Oh, I do have the ghost for it. Wow. I thought Freighters doesn't, Freighters is one not to post many ghost files and or videos. He's usually just posts the screenshots, so I'm really surprised that I have this on file. Nonetheless, it's on Speared. Of course, not to no one's surprise, GCM Peach Beach, it's pretty much a straightaway besides 2 turns. 2 U-turns, I thought. We just heard this, the soundtrack right when the stream started, before the first race we watched. Okay, looks like this is on hybrid. Not losing any speed on their wheelie adjustments. In fact, 0. 0, 0, 0. No, look at that. It's so broken. Really good chain there. They only went down to 91. That was a pretty good chain. Into lap 2 we go. I'm pretty surprised that they don't shroom through the water there. They're saving their second mushroom. I guess so. After the straightaway, or are they gonna do an ultra? What's going on here? They just use it here, right? They must. They gotta use it here. Shroom. Shroom. What? Okay, they're gonna use 2 shrooms. Lap 3, going through the water. That's what they're gonna do. That makes sense. Perfect. Absolutely beautiful. Spirit domination on GCM Peach Beach, of course. This is done by Freighters, a 1:12.958. I'm gonna guess. I was gonna guess lap 2, and that is true. Wow, they. Oh no. Lap 3 was the fastest because they used 2 shrooms. Lap 2 was the slowest because they didn't use any shrooms at all. Makes sense. On to the next track, we have a 109.462, none other than Carson himself. Hello, Mafa. Hello, Mafa. Hope you're doing well. We're back from earlier today. Had a little mini Mogi stream, but this was the main event for today. Baby Park, none other than Carson himself. I think that's outside drift. I'm pretty sure that's outside drift. I'm gonna go ahead and change the transmission switch to all outside. Here we are. 1, 2, 3. Bam! I'm currently eating Ferrero again, guys. Ferrero Rocher. These chocolates, they're amazing. They're amazing. I imagine we get really fat with these. I already ate. Well, I just ate 1. I gave 1 to my grandma earlier as a thank you for making me dinner. Or lunch rather. I had fish. No, I had chicken, mashed potato, and carrots. Alright, here we go. And this is by Carson. What a legend. I think it's gonna burn the shrooms as soon as possible. 1 for each lap. For first 3 laps. There you go. Went out for items. Went out to get the items. I went out to get the items for dinner, so we are about to eat good. Oh, nice. Hope you have a nice meal. It's always nice to eat at home. Whether it's you say items, I assume that's ingredients. So home cooked meals at home are always good. In fact, I always usually prefer them over takeout and or fast food. But this is pretty simple. Like a Carson putting out these purple mini turbos on Toadette Mini Beast. What a legend. Toadette Mini Beast. In fact, I just gave him car exception for Mogi, so I was like, yeah, of course you can have a car exception. You don't even need to make a ticket. I'll give it to you right here and now, so no problemo. Here we go, last lap. I mean, they all look identical. Every lap looks identical apart from the ones that he uses the shrooms on. The only takeout I can ever have, cannot have over and next hate is chicken balls. Oh, chicken balls, interesting. I don't usually have chicken balls, but I respect that. The closest thing I can relate chicken balls to is wings. So, and I'm not the biggest fan of wings. Because wings usually go with sauces, be it like buffalo, ranch, gravy, and I'm not the biggest fan of sauces. I don't really like sauces except for gravy. Yo, you can't be a yes sir. What's up, people? I love the wings. I'm sorry. That's where we conflict. I'm not a big fan of the wings. GCN Dry Desert. That was Carson with a 109.462 on Baby Pork, best known time. Next GCN Dry Desert done by someone named Memphis. Do I have the guess for this? Oh wow, I do. Done on Toadette Magic Cruiser. Now imagine this Magic Cruiser will not be on outside just like one of the SNES Donut Plane tracks had a BKT on Magic Cruiser outside drift, which is really interesting to watch. Although that BKT had a me that's really inappropriate, so I don't really want to say it out loud. But that's a couple notable things about that BKT. Some SNES donut plane strat, I don't really quite remember. Here it is. It makes sense this is on Magic Cruiser because most of the track is, or a lot of the track is cuttable through the off-road. So, I mean, yeah, he's just driving straight through the off-road. And this is 143664 done by Manface. The device is not known. Doesn't sound the BKT sheet on which device he did it on, whether it be Dolphin, Wii, or Wii U. But pretty clean line so far. You know, hop trick here? No? Okay, there's a trick. There's another one there. I know you can do one there for sure. Managed to avoid the out of bounds. A bit of hopping and adjusting to get the right alignment. I think this is on hybrid. I'll see. Yeah, okay, he's adjusting it while wheeling without losing speed. I'm pretty sure that's hybrid. I think I'll try to double check once more. Into the boost, adjusting the wheelie. Oh, there's a piece of coconut in my my throat, my uvula. There's one trick, two tricks. See, I knew you could trick multiple times there. You could probably get a third trick off there. Okay, more than likely get a third trick off there. So I think in that sense it's improvable upon. But these lines are pretty good. I think he's only chaining wheelies in that first straightaway in the very beginning of the track. Other than that, pretty clean driving. This is the third mushroom there. I think he's been using the mushroom there. I always thought that section you could trick off that. How far do you plan on watching today? Pretty good amount. Probably 3 series or three games, just like how we did SNES through GBA. So SNES and 64, GBA. Today we'll do GCN, and then what is it? What's after GCN? DS and Wii. And then finally tomorrow, I think we'll finish off with Wii U Tour, GP betas and RMXs, if time allows us to. Fastest lap here, 34.319. Lap 3, very clean, very clean. I saw a couple of places where he could have pro upon just that little section where you could do multiple tricks. Besides that, I don't think. Yeah, this is a tough cookie to beat. Again, that's done by someone named Manface. I don't know exactly who that is. I've never heard of that person before, but shout out to Manface for getting a BKT on this mod. Next track, we have GC and Mushroom Bridge. Again, we're back to the Justin show. It looks like this cup has 3 BKTs done by Justin, the other one by Freighters. Let's see if I have this BKT by Freighters. I don't. GC and Mario Circuit is done by Freighters. I have to see if I have. I know I have at least a screenshot of the BKT, but first one, GC and Mustard Bridge. Let's see if I have it here on my folders file. Here it is. Here it is. Let me mute Dolphin. See if this has any sound. Well, actually, I'm not sharing my screen. I'm sharing my application. Now I'm sharing my screen. So here it is. He's on Spear. This is a 135900 on Mushroom Bridge. Makes sense. This is a Spear track. It really does. It is higher up just a tad. Again, Justin, very, very well known in the BKT community. In fact, he has a good amount of world records on C2GP, as far as I know. Yesterday, I was enlightened by none other than Dunks, the 30-year-old man, that this guy is not only involved in Retrogram, but in C2GP, so he's pretty well known. Justin does all his BKTs on Wii, all of his BKTs on Wii. And I didn't even see most of this first lap. And then I need to take off this web player interface. Okay, goodbye. No, goodbye. There you go. Pretty tight lines. I assume he uses mushroom here. There it is. Oh, you can trick off that. I didn't know that. Didn't know you can trick off that. Drift, mini turbo wheelie, drift, mini turbo wheelie, drift, mini turbo wheelie. Very nice. The small adjustments there. Looks like he's on hybrid once more. This is a hybrid. Jump, jump, jump. Wow. I mean, I knew you could get like a handful of tricks off that, but not that many. Yeah, so he's adjusting max speed without losing any speed while wheeling in hybrid. Oh, he kind of messed up there, no? You kind of messed up there, no? Like here? See, this is a cool thing about the videos. I can just like replay, go backwards on them. Like here, once he lands, he's not wheeling. He's just And the wheelie input didn't go through or something. He's just not wheeling. For some reason. I find that a bit interesting. And in that case, that little mistake there, I assume lap 2 will be the fastest lap. This is the We're coming towards the end here. Lap 3 GCN Mushroom Bridge. I think that's the most tricks he's ever pulled off. Very, very nice. Fastest lap here, 32. Nope, that was lap 3. Wow, I'm impressed. Oh shit, let me read it, bro. Let me read it. 31.869. Fastest lap. Beats lap 2 by like 0.2. If you're doing 3DS beta in one stream, one long stream, that's gonna be a long stream. I might have to go another game today, or either I'll extend it till Monday. But I don't want to do more than 3 streams for this, so that's a great point. I totally missed 3DS, so I might have to go all the way to 3DS or Wii U. No, I might have to go all the way to 3DS today. We'll see. But it's already semi-late, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. All I know that is that we're at least going for 3 hours today. But that is done by Justin Mushroom Bridge. Again, a 135900 done on the Wii. Next one is Freighters. Let's see if I have a screenshot of this. GCN Mario Circuit. Yeah, all Freighters does. He just gave us a... All he did is he gave us a... He just gave us a screenshot. So here's the screenshot. I'll pull it up now. I think you can see it. Okay, now you can see it. There it is, a 131992 done by Freighters GCN Mario Circuit. No video, no ghost file. We see the fastest lap here is lap 3 with a 34.68. But that is not the fastest lap. The fastest lap is a 29 something. Looks like a 29.497. And actually, what we're gonna do instead of watching or just passing by this track, we'll put the flap in. It's a 142. It's a 142.910. Oh yeah, this is my fear. We have it here. We're gonna watch the flap instead. We're not gonna watch the BKT because there's no ghost or video of the BKT. So the flap is, I believe, lap 2. Flap is lap 2. Here we'll see some very normal things. Nothing crazy here. It doesn't even get a perfect chain wheelie or chain drift. Coconut chocolate is so good. So here, starting lap 2 is the flap. Let's pay very close attention at 29 something. I assume he starts streaming. These are all 3 shrooms. Starting now. Oh wow, he kind of sets himself up. What is this? What is this? Okay. Oh, okay, so he gets a mini turbo off that drift. Makes sense, makes sense. Into the air he goes. There's a second shroom. And then one more. He uses it here. Interesting. That is the flap, ladies and gentlemen. All 3 shrooms already used. Just gonna drift the mini turbo here, drift the mini turbo here, probably trick off of these hills. Then go over that little patch of grass. Double trick. Oh no, just a very low one trick. Very nice. And now he's just gonna finish this out. Nothing crazy here. I assume nothing crazy here. More than likely nothing crazy here. I'm gonna save this last coconut chocolate for my grandma tomorrow. I don't think I'll have the coconut chocolate today. But I will have maybe is a dark chocolate. We'll have the dark chocolate today. And this should be the last chocolate of the day because these calories build up really fast. So 180 calories per 3 pieces. And then you get some little trick there to finish off. 142.910. Of course, not the fastest time. Again, the fastest time is a 131.992. So this is way longer than the BKT. But we do have the flap here, 294.97. Pretty impressive by none other than Fury himself. Next one, I'd say 3DS maybe this stream, since that's 16 GPs this stream. 14 tomorrow, but if you do 3DS beta tomorrow, that's 12 today, 18 tomorrow. I think we'll do 3DS today. It seems a bit more even. I appreciate the numbers. I really did not know how they were really split. So I do thank you very much for that. Next one is GCN Daisy Cruiser. This is a 134.358 done by Justin. Again, Justin does not give us ghost files, so we have to go fetch the video, which I really don't mind. I don't mind. It's better than Freighters not giving us anything, just a screenshot. So here we go. This is again done on the Wii, a 131.992. No, a 134.358 here on GCN Daisy Cruiser. Let's go back one more time. See, he's racing his old Ghost, it looks like. And dun, 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 dun. I love the soundtrack on this track. Very, very beautiful. Wow, that's a really good it's a really good alignment. Very good angle. Gets a train drift there. It's really not as good as the old Ghost, at least for now. Drift really making tight turns. Uses a mushroom there. That's interesting. It's definitely interesting. I wonder why. You'd think you use a stream on a straightaway like here to get the most out of it while wheeling, but I assume, I guess not. I guess that's not the way to go. 2 tricks, 3 tricks. Yeah, you can get max 3 tricks off that section. I usually do. I think I hop trick though. I don't think I'm not sure if all 3 tricks are trickable if you're just pressing the trick button. I think you do have to hop trick on maybe one of them. Nope, that's definitely dark chocolate. That's definitely dark chocolate, not coconut. A 31.477 lap 2, okay. Oh, I did not know that. I wasn't paying attention to that. I have to try that out in a Mogi. Okay, tight line. Tight line. He's gone. The Ghost is gone. He's not even near him. Don't even see him on the screen. A little hop trick there and to the finish line. Da-da-da. Okay, it's a bit different. He gets a 31.442, making lap 3 the fastest, but in my opinion, wow, look at that lap 1, a 31.439. In my opinion, maybe lap 2 was actually the fastest because going from lap to lap, like 1 to 2, and from 2 to 3, it's a different alignment, right? You have to kind of go in an X diagonally to continue the racetrack, whereas lap 3, you go all the way towards the left to finish it out. So in that sense, it kind of wastes a bit more time. So I think technically lap 2 was the fastest, even though it is literally not the fastest. That is GCN Daisy Cruiser again by Justin on the Wii. Last one on another Justin Cup is GCN Waluigi Stadium. Of course, he does not have the world record. I don't know what the world record is for GCN Waluigi Stadium, but I'm sure this is close to. But again, we're going over Retro Rewind BKT, so we're not going over vanilla world records. Of course, for that, there's other people that have already done world record, not necessarily watch parties, but reviews, like our boy Lemonade, or as most people call him, Enmead. Wow, he doesn't wheelie here? He doesn't wheelie? Look at this, he doesn't wheelie off that mini turbo? Weird. I'm sure this is super clean though. Bam! This section's always tricky. Like going up this hill right here, you can hit that fence, or you can just go really wide instead. So it's a really tough alignment. This is one of the hardest tracks in the vanilla game, in my opinion. Okay, it doesn't go for the wall clip. He may or may not for these next 2 laps. I imagine he at least goes for a wall clip on one of these laps. Obviously, it's not one as we're finishing up right now. So lap 2 we go, it's a 31.156 lap 1. 38.156 lap 1. Trick, very similar to lap 1. Let's see if he goes for the wall clip here. There it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, he doesn't. Okay. Very similar to the writing of those side boost panels, those side yeah, those side boost panels, just like DK Summit. A 37661. I think that's faster than lap 1 for sure. To one, no one's surprised though. To no one's surprise, lap 2 being faster than lap 1. Let's see what happens here lap 3. Ooh, he kind of misses the alignment there. He definitely had better alignment lap 1 and 2. Let's see if he goes for the wall clip. Wall clip. Wall clip. No, no wall clip. Wow. Hop. You know, it looks easy, but it's really not. The wall clip is not easy. And there it is, a 154.420 with the fastest lap being probably lap 2. Yep, lap 2, 37.661. Wow, the lap 3 was very, very jank. He lost almost a whole second until lap 3. That's crazy. Look at that. It's really mental. But again, that is the BKT on Waluigi Stadium. And that's the Flower Cup already done. This little flower. On to the Star Cup we go. GC and Sherbert another Justin Cup, it looks like, for the most part. I think I'm figuring out that Justin is more than likely going to have the Vanilla 32 track BKTs. So here we go. GC and Sherbert GC and Sherbert Let's see if this has audio. Doesn't have audio. Oh wait, this is not the right Sherbert. This is a different Sherbert. Not the one on the Vanilla 32 track. My mistake. This is, however, I will say this is a 142.379 done on the Wii, of course, by none other than Justin himself. So let's see what happens here. Hop tricks. Okay. I like that. Most people don't know about that hop trick. Every time I play online TTs, no one ever goes for that. So that's definitely something you can... Wow, I thought you'd have to get a mini turbo there, but I guess not. Oh wow. Oh wow. That's definitely interesting. So he holds his drift, goes over a patch of off-road, and then releases his mini turbo. But then onto the next one, he lands on the off-road and then uses his mushroom into a drift into another mini turbo. Of course, it's not the best explanation of or description of what just happened, but we'll see it here once more. He's gonna hop over it, release his mini turbo, hop over that, hop into the off-road, use a mushroom, then release his mini turbo again. Okay. Can trick off that, exactly. Yeah. It's a little patch. It's a small little crack, and I don't think you can trick. You have to hop trick. It's like a little patch there, a little crack. Hop. There you go. I need to pick this track more for Mogies. I have a list already. GBA Bowser Castle 1 for Mogi. I need to practice that. This track, GCN Sherbert Line. There's one more that I already forgot. But definitely GBA Bowser Castle 1 that has some cool stuff that you can do without shrooms. Here you go. Lap 3 is gonna finish off. Looks like a 142.379. I don't know what the fastest lap was. It might have been lap 3 actually. Nope, lap 2 beats it by 0.1-ish of a second. Really quick. No, lap 1 was the fastest. Holy shit. So that's definitely improvable if lap 1 was the fastest. But there it is, GCN Sherbert by Justin. Next one is GCN Mushroom City, again by Justin. It is the Justin show, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna have a Justin voice clip counter. I'm pretty sure I've said his name like 20 times already. Let's see if this has audio. 100. Okay, no audio. But GCN Mushroom City, look, he's on Spear. I know there's a hazard or a broken glitch that blocked you off of getting of cutting off additional time. I forgot what they're called, but it looks like he's on hybrid. I think he's on hybrid. Let's see. Okay, go for the wheelie, adjust. Yeah, he's on hybrid. I didn't know what the fastest route here is in GC Mushroom City, but now that I'm watching this, I think I know. Because they all seem to be really Oh, pace lock. They're called pace locks. Yeah, exactly. A regular pace locked me on the old version. I remember that. I remember when you I wouldn't say complain, but brought this up in the time trial or some channel related to this, and yeah, that sucks. That sucks. But it's not patched. Let's see here. So the right, you go right first, you go straight, and then you go right. That's the fastest route. At least for the spear. But I mean, I imagine it's the same for funky if everyone's using the funky flame runner. I mean, again, he's gonna shroom here. It makes sense to shroom here. After this, shroom. Yeah, there you go. Hop wheelies to reset his wheelie timing. Gonna hold that drift. No chain drifting from the spear. Definitely no chain drifting from the spear. It's also the fastest for flame runner. Haha. Yes, yes. Thank you, thank you. Oh, he nearly hits that blue car. Chain. No chain drifting here, just holding that drift. Into wheelie. Hop wheeling to reset his wheelie, and he's gonna have to get one chain wheelie there, which he loses a bit of time on that chain wheelie. I don't know if you noticed. But it might have been because of his old ghost using a shroom late. I'm not quite sure if it's because he missed a chain wheelie or because his ghost uses shroom a bit later. So he uses the shroom there. The ghost is a bit behind. Let's see. So the ghost is on top of him. He uses a shroom. The ghost is now a little bit behind him, and then the ghost uses a shroom, and then, like, he's on his tail. Okay, so it was a bit of both. It was a bit of both. What it do? What's up, Tyler guy? Pleasure to have you. Pleasure to have you. Fastest lap here is, let's see, we're just going over the BKTs. All BKTs today. We're doing GCN, DS, Wii, and 3DS more than likely. Fastest lap here being 34.262. Lap 3 again by Justin. What a legend! What a legend! Next track we have GCN Yoshi Circuit by the Super Artist Gamer. It's finally time. It's finally time to move on from Justin. He gets a full chain at the end, it looks like. Oh, let's see this one more time then. Oh, let's see it. Let's see it. Let's see it. It's a cool thing about the video. You can just go straight towards it. Here, 113. Is that really a full chain? Wouldn't a full chain be to keep exactly 113? Look at that, 113 down to 107. I suppose that is a full chain for a vehicle like the spear. But next track, GCN Yoshi Circuit, the Super Artist Gamer. We more than likely have the file. Yes, we do. Bless, bless. What's up, guy? Pleasure to have you. It's been a while since we've seen you on the show. Hope you're doing well. Hope school is alright. Hope your breaks are alright. That's by the way. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, the Super Artist Gamer is more than likely gonna be on Outside Drift, definitely on Yoshi Circuit Outside Drift. This is gonna be a eye candy because Yoshi Circuit is a lot of twists and turns. I mean, it's literally the shape of Yoshi, so let's go ahead and have it ready until the ad break ends. Take a bite of vanilla chocolate, maybe take a water. And 10 more seconds. Alright, no more chocolate for us, then we're gonna have tummy aches. No more chocolate for us. I'll say it once more once the ad break ends. Welcome back, everybody. No more chocolate for us. We've had like four of these chocolates already. If I eat any more, I'm gonna get tummy aches. I need some water. Thank you, Garson. There we go. This is the Super Artist Gamer with a 142667 here on GCN Yoshi Circuit. He is on, you know, I really do love the variety on card BKTs that we have. We have a Mini Beast, we have the Wild Wing, we have... Oh, he's on Inside Drip. We have the Flame Flyer. Not only cart variation, but also character variation. We have Koopa Troopa, we have Baby Daisy. Well, I feel like Daisy is the only one with the Wild Wing BKT. Sama pagi, sama malam, sama malam. Good morning, good evening. What's up, youngsters? Alright, inside drift, here we go. BKT for GC and Yoshi circuit. Purple MT, of course, it's gonna take cut. It's like the only cut in the game. There's some Birdo and Diddy Kong Wild Wing BKTs. Oh, very nice. Oh, I think I remember one if we've seen one already. I think I remember one if we've seen it already. I mean, the SNES ones had a lot of card BKTs because the SNES ones seemed to be, you know, a bunch of U-turns, a bunch of places where drifting with cart is very, very viable. Okay, looks like 102 is the max here on the Flame Flyer. Going into lap 2, already lap 1 is done, just in a blink of an eye. That's an orange MT. He doesn't take shortcut this time, interesting enough. He doesn't take shortcut this time. He's just pulling off some oranges. I think here he'll pull off a purple. Yeah, definitely a purple here. Is he gonna hop over this and take the shortcut? No? Okay. What is he holding the stream for? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay, so why didn't he do that lap 1 then? If that's the case, he can probably beat it, doing that all 3 laps. Here we go into lap 3. Of course, lap 2 is faster than lap 1, I believe, by like a whole second, because he didn't take that super cool shortcut. But here we go, he opts to skip the first easy shortcut and is gonna go for the harder one in just a second. I imagine he's gonna pull off another purple here. Very nice, very nice. He doesn't go through the little tunnel there. I imagine that's a bit faster, no? Oh no, wait, but to do the shortcut, you can't go through the tunnel. Okay, it makes sense. It makes sense. Yeah, another purple. I imagine a blue and an orange. Oh, just a blue and a blue. Didn't even need the orange. Very nice. About to guess it's because he didn't have an ultra mini turbo to chain lap 1. I see. I see. Let's watch it one more time to see what's going on here. I guess you're right. I guess you're right. So definitely improvable there. Definitely improvable. Just because of the beginning. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. But then you've seen Yoshi Circuit again by the Super Artist Gamer 142667. He does all his BKTs on the Wii. Back to the Justin show though. Okay, wait. There's a shortcut and there's a no shortcut category here on DK Mountain. Let's see if I have the shortcut. Okay, this is a shortcut. This is a shortcut BKT, a 206-16135. However, Justin's BKT. This is not Justin. This is done by none other than ZZZ. They have the same name on Discord as their player me, so no confusion there. But Justin's BKT compared to the shortcut BKT is a 208-191, so a whole 2 seconds longer. A whole 2 seconds longer. Let's see. Let's go ahead and check it out. GCNTK Mountain and see if this has audio. Bring up the audio. Audio? There is the audio. Nice, nice. Let's go ahead and see this shroomless. Wait, let me check the YouTube chat. I always miss the YouTube chat. Sorry, Neil. I'm so sorry, Neil. I know you're always here on the YouTube chat. I always miss you. I'm so sorry. What's up, dude? Blacktop. Good evening. Good evening to you, Neil. Thank you for stopping by. Always a pleasure to see you. I totally missed the first section of this BKT, but no worry. We still have more laps to go, and we haven't even finished this lap 1 yet. This track is always a bit annoying to me. It's just how the physics of going down work is. It's a bit annoying. I know a cart. I think a cart has a BKT on this, if I'm not mistaken, on vanilla. And if it's not the world record or BKT, it's a 42 something. It was like a 42988. I think for that lap 1. But if it's not the cart that has it for vanilla world record, then it's like top 3 or something. It's like top 3. I saw it on the YouTube short that a cart decided just to get the world record on this track. I think the cart was able to get it because of how you can't really chain your wheelies going down, right? You're losing speed as you're not touching the floor. That's why a cart was able to get so close. But really clean cut, really clean rock cut there. Skipping over that huge section. Every single Mario player does it. If you don't know it, then you're lagging behind. Into lap 3 we go. Chain wheelie, mini turbo. So yeah, we'll see when he's going downhill here. He's losing kilometers per hour, not touching the floor. See that it's going down to 87, and then he'll go down to 90, and then he'll go down to 80, 86. It looked like. So yeah, that's why the cart was able to get it on vanilla, on the vanilla game, not even on retro rewind, on the vanilla game. Here we go with the cut, very, very clean. He's able to do so that so fast because of the handling on mock bike. And there you go, a 208.191, very clean by Justin. Again, he does all of his BKTs on weed. Fastest lap being lap 2 of 42.408, beating lap 3 by like 0.3, so that's probably improvable. This is a very good kart track. I believe kart is only 2 seconds slower in vanilla. Wow. Very, very nice, very nice. So I'm not totally unknowledgeable in vanilla. Definitely have some knowledge just because I was browsing on YouTube and that short just happened to get recommended to me nonetheless, but I still knew, kind of knew. All right, on to the shortcut version. Back with the Dolphin music, GCN DK Mountain shortcut. Let's go ahead and see that. So we're going to see very, very similar things to the no shortcut BKT. But now in 1080p. Now in 1080p and now in my skin that I have on for Daisy. This biker football-ish skin. Really, really cool. So far, nothing too crazy. So far, very, very similar to Justin's BKT. Again, he's going to lose kilometers per hour as he's not touching the floor as he's going down. Takes it a bit wider, so he goes for the ultra here. For the shortcut here, look at this. And bam! What in the world? What in the world? I don't see that too often. And he barely got that. Like, he barely touched the floor to be able to do the shortcut towards the end there. Wow. Not after the ultra, the regular shortcut towards the end. Like, he barely got that off. So I imagine these 2 laps are just going to be regular shortcuts. I don't imagine he's going to go for it 3 for 3. That'd be super impressive. If he does, then, you know, I might just end the stream. Because I really doubt it. Some wonky driving here? Wait, he's gonna go for it. He's gonna go for it. I'm gonna have to end the stream. Wow, look at this. Wow, look, he's gonna barely touch the floor. Okay, that was a much tighter, cleaner cut than compared to lap 1. It's not even in my opinion, that's just a fact. I mean, you can go back and check the VOD, it's just a fact. Into lap 3 we go. That was a 41 point something, 41.6-ish. We're now back in the cannon, and I assume we're gonna see the ultra again. If he did it the first 2 laps, I can't imagine why he wouldn't for the dirt lap. Okay, he doesn't try to go for the alignment there. Okay, now he's going a bit wide. There you go. Now he's definitely going for it. So you go wide, you drift to the right, you hold the... Okay, you didn't even hold a drift. You let go of the drift. There it is. He barely got that. He helped like twice to readjust. And there it is. This is definitely a bit more jank, but nonetheless, you got the Ultra 3 for 3, so very impressive. A 41649 by ZZZ. So Justin does not have this. Maybe Justin doesn't like shortcut categories at all. That is the cup. We're done with 3 GCN cups. On to the Crown Cup. GCN Wario Coliseum. This is done by someone named Masako. A 230631. Do I have it? Do I have it? I don't have it. Okay, is this a screenshot? Is this a video? What is this? GCN Wario Coliseum. GCN Wario Coliseum. Okay, it's a video. Okay, I'm happy. It's a video. I have the video. Let's see if this has audio. It does have audio. Let's see this. GCN Wario Coliseum, a very lengthy track. I mean, it is 2 laps, but even then, it's still very, very long. It's also a bit low on the volume. But that's fine, I don't really want to mess with the mixers. Maybe I'll do that. Might be a bit overstimulating, but... Imagine they're racing their own ghost, who may or may not have the previous BKT. I think it's all about where you drift here. All about where you start your drift. And it makes sense on the mock dike. A lot of tight turns, especially on the one coming up just now. Super tight, wow. I did not know you could go that far off that ramp. Holding the drift, chaining the wheelie, barely getting that off, does not go out of bounds. Just about perfect in my opinion. There's just no audio on our end, so okay, thank you Carson, much appreciated. Off that boost panel he goes, tight line, drift into a mini turbo wheelie. He hits the wall. He or she hits the wall. Masako, I'm gonna say she. He hits the wall. She hits the wall here. So it's a small little error that can make this very, very beatable. Drift mini turbo wheelie. There you go. Almost identical to her previous ghosts. This looks like a very fun track to TT on. I mean, you're almost drifting the whole track, really. And if you're not drifting on the whole track, you're going off boost panel ramps. Here we go. Downwards. This whole circle downwards. This whole spiral downwards, rather. A wheelie. Drifting mini turbo wheelie. Super tight lines on the hazards. Ends of the track. Cuts to the fence there. He's gonna chain the wheelie once more and barely nudge it to not go out of bounds. Although that one was a bit safer than lap 1. But compared to lap 1. Shroom's there, okay. Opts to shroom while drifting. Doesn't opt to shroom while in a wheelie. That's always interesting. I assume they're not gonna bonk there like last lap. They didn't. And there's the other shroom, okay. Right, because it's 2 laps. There's a few crazy cuts on here that can be done for a shortcut category here, but they are too difficult to pull off. Wow. Wow. I'm sure there's a video out there somewhere of it. But yeah, it's tough. It's a bit tough. GCN Warriors Coliseum, ladies and gentlemen. There is no shortcut category for this one. Maybe in the future there will be, but for now it's just empty. Moving on to Down Jungle, though, we have this BKT by all 158467. Very impressive. Very impressive. Thank you for leading and banning. Let's see how this goes. I've only ever seen doesn't really stream their TTs. I've only ever catched them once or twice streaming their TTs. But yeah, has really super clean lines. I think their soft drifting is the most impressive. Here's a shroom, early shroom. He kind of like wheelie and then adjusts himself to the shortcut to the mud. I assume you can get a lower trick off that, no? A low trick off that boost panel? It really does not need a hot trick, as he'll be drifting really soon. There you go. There's a super low trick to really... It doesn't start at full speed, so I think that's a bit improvable there. Where you get the ghost and videos from, this is on the... BKT sheet on the Retro Rewind server. It is in the Time Trials server, although I can just link it myself here. Here it is. You can go and check it out for yourself. It's ghosts, BKTs, and or screenshots of the best files. You can race the ghost yourself, see how close you can get to him. Pretty sure this run is like the 4th worldwide on CGGP. Very nice. Very nice. This guy is a legend, bro. This guy's a legend. Here we go into lap 3. This time he does start at full speed. Full wheelie speed off that hop trick, off the log. Okay. I assume you get a slip drift there. It doesn't opt to go for the slip drift. I usually try to get a slip drift there. No problem, my pleasure. And yeah, no low tricking there. I guess there is no low tricking there, that ramp. Super tight. Super tight cut there. And then the last hop trick off that little geyser to finish it off. A 158, 478 again by lowest or fastest lap was lap 3 with a 39385. Super impressive. Thank you all for blessing us with these time trials to watch. Next one is GCN Bowser's Castle by Freighters. I kind of cringe whenever I see his name, not because he's not a bad player, but because he doesn't give us anything to go off of. If I press the link, I think it'll just be a screenshot that I can download and show you guys. Let's see here, GCN Bowser's Castle. Yep, here it is. This is the BKT for a 204.983. Super presses the faster lap was lap 1. A bit surprising. Well, maybe not surprising. Maybe he used both his streams lap 1. And then lap 2, of course, just only 0.3 longer. If I go into the sheet, there is no ghost or video for either 200cc or 150cc. So this is all we get, really. So I suppose the best known time, I guess, for a ghost is ZPLs here. So I guess we'll watch ZPLs. They should have a video and ghost file for all platforms. Yes, they should. I think they should. But you know, BKTs, it's handled by Carson and like 2 other people. So I guess even then, yeah, they should enforce to have a ghost file and video, because who's to tell that they're cheating or not cheating, right? Of course, these players are well known in the community, so I doubt that they would cheat. But of course, there's a few that can be a bit suspicious, and it's like, well, we can't not prove it. It's a requirement now that Dolphin especially, that 100% makes sense, must have a ghost file, and we submissions must have to have a ghost file or replay video. I appreciate that very, very much. I assume that wasn't the, or I don't assume it definitely wasn't the case before. And also look at this. Oh wait, never mind. We're watching ZPL. I was like, dude, using Bowser on the BKT, but no, it's just ZPL. Okay, very clean lines, ZPL. Very, very clean lines. Do appreciate you having a ghost for us to watch, because I mean, I don't want to entirely skip a track just because there's no video and or ghost file. Onto lap 2 we go. He did showcase this little trick that you can go off of. I'm sure everyone knows this. You can boost off that, then trick off that. Nothing crazy, nothing that really sticks out to me on this run. Just some really good clean driving by ZPL, showing us a few shortcuts. To lap 2 we are chain drifting. You can get one more, I think. There you go, one more. It's a pretty clean straightaway. Just gonna have to readjust yourself ever so slowly. There you go, because of the fireballs. Drift turn, drift turn. I really do like to play this track. I don't mind when this track is expected nuggies, where I'm starting in the front or the back. You can get a sub drift there. You can definitely get a sub drift there. ZPL does not get a sub drift there. And this little turn always is a bit tricky for me. I always brake drift, but I'm sure the way ZPL is doing it here, you don't need to brake drift at all. Just take it a bit wider. Just take it a bit wider. We're almost done with this. Looks like it's gonna be a 2:11? 12:037. Let's go for a BKT on one of these. I really encourage anyone who's watching this to go for one. In fact, if you haven't already, get a strong time too. Yes. This is a 2:12 by ZPL. This is not the BKT, but of course it was fun to watch nonetheless. If you want a BKT and really don't feel like challenging anyone at the moment, there are 2 tracks or that BKTs. That is GBH Cheese Land, and we use Sweet Sweet Canyon. Yeah, those 2 tracks are not at BKT, so if you want to go from there, they're there for taking. Although I will say, we watched this yesterday already, but this staff ghost for GBH Cheeseline is pretty strong, even though he's on Wario. It's a pretty strong staff ghost, so I would get to racing the staff ghost first. As long as you beat the staff ghost, you get a BKT. Sweet Sweet Canyon has a BKT now. Nice. Lol, I'm good on those. Yeah, no one wants to give these tracks any love. No one wants to give these tracks any love. No one wants to get a BKT on GBA Cheeseland. Just like, hear the name of the track, Cheeseland. Like, yeah, I have a BKT on GBA Cheeseland. Like, no one cares, bro. But that's really cool. Susie Canyon has a BKT now. I'll definitely have to update my sheet very, very soon. I have my notes before I started streaming yesterday. I have tracks without BKTs, and it's those 2 tracks. So, yeah. Moving on from GCN Bowser's Castle, we're on the last cup already on GCN DDJ Bowser's Castle. GCN Rainbow Road. Do I have it? Is it this beat MPEX? I don't think MPEX has a BKT. This is done by Jake. Um, the one I did on 200cc Chi Island, that was a nightmare. I can't wait to watch that whenever I do get around to that. Chi Island is a fun track to race, whether it's the 3DS one or the Tour one. Alright, 3DS, Mush, GCN Rainbow. What do I have for GCN Rainbow? Just a screenshot? Okay, it was RNG. Very nice. Sometimes when luck just goes your way. Again, no BKT. Very, very sad. 2 tracks in a row without any video or cross file. But here is the one before. A 142.410. Gets a 51.503 lap 1 and a 59.07 lap 2. I assume they're using the Ultra. They're doing the Ultra cut. If we compare this to what MPEX is, MPEX gets a 143, so 1 second a bit faster than MPEX. Did you download them before the first stream, or did you download them before the stream? Did you download them before the first stream, or did you download them before the stream? I downloaded them before the first stream. But if they are updated when I do the next stream, I can always just put in the next ghost file. Like, I know this one for GCN Rainbow Road, it hasn't been beaten. I recognize Jake's name. I know when I click on the link, it's just gonna show the screenshot. So yeah, we update as we go. I'm sure it doesn't really take long to update them. But that is GCN Cup, guys, or GCN series. But we will watch GCN Rainbow Road on MPEX. So this, nonetheless, even though it's not the BKT, it's a really, really strong ghost. Done on Rosalina at that, so I'm sure if he was using Funky Kong, he has the BKT. This little turn skip here over the boost panel, really impressive. If any Mogi player does not know how to do that, I definitely recommend you learn that. It gets you a really, really safe lead at the beginning, and considering this is Rainbow Road, you can pretty much easily front run this, in my opinion. At least for the beginning section here, at least until the Ultra cut, because Shock isn't available till like now, so Shock could be used before the first Ultra, and you can still keep your lead. But here we go, some clean lines out of MPEX, nothing that we haven't seen before. But here's the Ultra. He's gonna use one stream here. Yeah, one stream for the Ultra, really impressive, really impressive. He was kind of stuck on the fence there. He was kind of stuck on the fence there before he went for it. So I think that's where the BKT kind of took advantage of this. Yeah, because we average around 5 submissions a day. That's crazy. That's crazy that the mod is still, or that the Retro Rewind time track community is that active. So anything that I did cover yesterday could have been beaten today. And that's unfortunate, but that's just how the way things go. I'm just gonna go back and stream, go back to the SNES, N64, and GBA, just to see the updated tracks. Cause then I'd be doing this forever, right? I'd be streaming the BKTs forever. So if it makes it, it makes it. If it doesn't, it doesn't. He uses one stream there. He uses 2 streams there. I feel like he didn't need to use the second stream there. I feel like he could have used the second stream as he was doing the turn, not in the air still. But impressive nonetheless by MPEX. A 143.754, the fastest lap being lap 2, of course, because he uses 2 streams. Very nice, very nice. I think everything got submitted yesterday was 3DS onwards. Oh, nice then. There's nothing to change. There's nothing to change. Really, really cool. At least for the day, there's nothing to change. But that is GCN series, guys. We're now on to DS. We have 2 more to go. We've already done 1 DS, Wii, and 3DS, I think. GCN, DS, Wii, 3DS. Okay. Excuse me. We are on Figure 8 Circuit. The BKT is by me, none other than me. It's not me. It's not me. What is this BKT? DS Figure 8 Circuit done by Eclipse on Dolphin, a 120-109. Let's see if I have this. DS. Figure 8. Okay, I have the video for it. Perfect. 120-109. And oh wow, wait. This is new. This Eclipse BKT is new. So it's not 3DS onwards, it's DS onwards. And he did this yesterday at 6:08 a.m. So he's barely beating the time today. For today. Let me copy and paste this ghost file. This was done yesterday 6:08 a.m. for Central Time. So I have it downloaded. Let me pull up my Ghost files, and this is why I have Ghost files for every single track done by me. They're not the best, but they're just so I can search for it on the folders and copy and paste the actual BKT for this. Okay, 274. Let me find my 274. Open that file location. Open my downloads, and then copy paste this BKT. What is this again? What was this? This is a 12009. Okay, found it. Nice. There it is. And if I go back here, this has been a couple of, oh my bad. No worries, no worries. Australian time, US time, and it happens. And there it is, Septile. I think this Eclipse person, or this user, has lately been grinding time trials, so he has a good amount of BKTs. I'm actually gonna wait a little bit. I think there's an ad starting in about 30 seconds, so I guess we'll start it off here, and if it happens, it happens, and we'll just replay it. But wow, Eclipse barely beating the time. This is a 120-109. Spear's so overpowered, dude. Wow, he's gonna burn all 3 mushrooms here? Why do people... My question is, why do people burn their mushrooms on a drift and not on a straightaway? Like, in theory, don't you go faster on a straightaway as opposed to a drift? I think in this instance, it's just because you're cutting so much off-road that it beats the speed that you're going on the wheelie. If you're just mushroom on the wheelie, it beats the wheelie speed because you're cutting off-road and does more time. So, really interesting. Burns all 3 mushrooms at first. Doesn't get a chain there. He gets a chain drift, but then he drifts, mid-turbos into a wheelie, and then drifts again. So not a chain drift. And he's doing the same thing here, which is yeah, pretty cool. You're cut so much here. So also, when wheeling streaming, you lose some of the bonus speed due to the speed cap. Ah, I see. Thank you for your explanation. That's really helpful. Really helpful for us to all understand. Again, he's wheeling on hybrid, and he's just not losing any speed. It's so broken. I feel like we have way more BKTs on hybrid than any other transmission type speed. Really clean cuts apart from the beginning there. Nothing too crazy. There's no special cuts here, just some really clean driving on the spear. There it is, a 120-109 done yesterday by none other than Eclipse. Fastest lap here was lap 1 because of the shrooms, but if we're comparing fairly, lap 2 was the fastest. Okay, we're in the middle of an ad break. So I'll wait a bit, and we see that the Super Artist Gamer is the next one up. Should I go pee? Should I take a water break? I think I'll take a pee break. Be right back, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who do not have ads. Welcome back, W Stream. Thank you so much, Urwun. Shout out to Urwun1 from wherever they are situated. All right, guys, I took a quick pre-break while the ads were running. Thank you, Carson, for letting me know. Again, this was the Figure 8 said, yes, figure 8 circuit, fastest lap being lap 1, but it's not really fair because they use all 3 streams lap 1. So if we were to fairly compare the fastest lap really on paper, in theory, technically it was lap 2, beating lap 3 by only 0.03. So really, really impressive nonetheless by Eclipse. Again, this was done yesterday, and he did this on Dolphin. And with the new restriction that if you're on Dolphin and or Wii, you do have to submit either a ghost file and or video, so really cool to see that as well. Next one is DS Yoshi Falls, and I'm not really too scared about having no ghost show up because it is none other than the Super Artist Gamer again. Shout out to the Super Artist Gamer. I don't know if this is inside drift. I'm gonna take a guess, and this is inside drift. I'm gonna take a guess. This is inside drift. Let's see, all inside. Let's cross our fingers, hope for the best. If not, we'll of course we'll change it, but a bit of a lost time, I'd say. Let's see. This has to be inside drift. Fuck! Let's see, is he gonna go out of bounds or is he going? This is a BKT strat, guys. This is a BKT strat you don't understand yet. What will happen next will surprise you. Look, he just flashed. Okay, let's actually change it. Let's change it. Okay, now on to the official BKT, guys. It's getting a bit darker outside, so I'll take off my cap as we do still have some decent lighting. Should take advantage while we can. Here's the Super Artist Gamer, outside drifting. Okay, uses the stream very early on. It's the purple MT, really clean. And you notice we don't see Wario anymore, we see a Dry Bowser, so that is absolutely mental, the variety of characters we've seen on these cards. Mushroom into a purple, adjusting himself with that hybrid. Adjusts himself to the boost panel, drifting really tight, pulling with the out of bounds. The boost panel into another purple, into a blue, into hybrid turning, into adjusting himself to a mushroom, another purple. This is your last transmission switch for the stream at least. Thank you, Carson. Thank you. I mean, it was fun. It was fun to mess with that. To see just the car go out of bounds. But really clean driving here by the Super Artist Gamer. Very impressive. We expect nothing less by this guy. By now, 19.643, beating lap 3 only by 0.2. Lap 2, I figure is usually the fastest lap out of all of them. I'm trying to import ghosts into my game. Then when I go to the track, the ghosts don't show up. When I go to the track, the ghosts show up. Do you know how to fix this? Yes, I will whatchamacallit? I will copy and paste because I'm pretty sure there's a command for this in the server. It's just really tricky where you have to navigate. There you go, Carson's got it. What a legend. The dude has it memorized, muscle memory. He's BKT updater for a reason. Yeah, so you're on Dolphin, so yeah, you need the Wii method. But if anyone wants to know about the Wii method, there's also the Wii method. That's both Dolphin and Wii. But if you're just on Dolphin, just look at Carson's. You need to look at my big mess of contents there. But that was Yes Yoshi Falls, done by the Super Artist Gamer. Of course, he does all his BKTs on the Wii U. Moving on now, we have a 139450 here on DSGG Beats. Let me close my eyes. Turn. That's not here. Of course, it's not here. This is done by someone named Will M. Let's see if I'm pretty sure I have this on file. GG Beats 139450. This one has not been beat yet. Muscle memory indeed. I'm sure you get that asked a lot by people on the server. I'm sure you do. Okay, here we go. DS Cheap Beach. This does not have volume for me, but nonetheless, of course, you guys don't hear it. So here we go. Let's start it a bit earlier so it can have our full attention. I'm pretty sure it's gonna get a full startup boost. Actually, also, I'm getting kind of tired of this background retro UI music. So we'll kind of change it up a bit. I have a playlist called Delfino Relax something something something. But there you go. We'll have the Peach Beach music going instead. Kind of fits the theme for Cheap Cheap Beach too. There you go. Hop trick to wheelie. Drift mini turbo into wheelie. T-Ray trips off that ramp, he adjusts himself into the next turn. I mean, you always gotta be thinking of the next turn whenever you're doing time trials. Always think of the next turn, where you have to align yourself, what angle you're gonna get, whether you're gonna delay drift, whether you're gonna spin drift, so on and so forth. Now this cut I've never done ever in Emogi in time trial ever, but super impressive nonetheless. It doesn't seem too hard, but of course I wouldn't know. I wouldn't even know. I have multiple hours on this game and there's still stuff that I don't know. For example, this cut that we just saw. Again, this boost panel ramp adjusts himself for the next turn to make it super tight. Drift wheelie, drift wheelie. This trick here. Oh, you hop trick there. I didn't know that. I always just wheelied here and lost speed because there's some off-road. Like right here, this is some off-road and you slow down, but I didn't know you could just trick off this little wooden panel here on the bottom and get that trick off. Really impressive. I didn't know that. And I also didn't know what the fastest route is here, whether to just go around this platform or to hop off this platform and trick. And it seems like the fastest route is to trick off that little ledge there, to get as little air as possible. He's gonna adjust himself for the next turn here. It feels like he could have he might have lost time there. I think he definitely lost time there, readjusting himself for that turn. We're gonna see very, very similar things from lap 1 and 2. Nothing too crazy. He has a single shroom left. I don't remember where he used the... Well, he hasn't used a shroom. He used both shrooms for the first supercut, so I don't know where he's gonna use the shroom. Definitely not here, as he's still boosting and getting these little boosts off these ramps. He's gonna drift here into a wheelie and then use a shroom here. I was gonna use a stream here. Okay. Very, very clean. That is DS Chichi Beach done by Will M. I don't believe I've seen his name before, so this is the first BKT. Congratulations to Will M for his first BKT, as far as I know so far. His fastest lap here. These laps are really not fair because the first lap he used 2 shrooms, lap 2 he doesn't use any shrooms, lap 3 he uses 1 shroom. So these are not equal. They're not fair. We'll go ahead and turn off the background music and into the Dolphin music once more. Again, DS Cheat Sheet Beach by Willem. Next one is DS Luigi's Mansion by WeCoin. Let's see if I have the ghost file for this. 1, 2, 3, turn left. I think I do. 146792. I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. Forgive me, guys. 146792. You'll see the start difference between mine and his. Let's go ahead and play that. Bless you. Thank you. Let's see if it gets the full start. DKJP equals life. What does that mean? Donkey Kong Japan equals life? Yep. It's gonna get a drift mini turbo there. Get a trick there. And this is just gonna be holding the drift. I think these are too tight of turns to chain wheelie. Oh, DK Jungle Parkway. Thank you, Carson. Thank you. Interesting shroom usage. You know, I would have thought he would use the shroom here on this off-road section toward the right, but I guess not. Pretty clean line so far. Drift wheelie. Going 96. Get a mini turbo into a wheelie once more. Thank you guys as well. Thank you both. Much appreciated. It's gonna hold this drift, no chain wheelie because these turns are super sharp. So this player named WeCoin, again, very, very interesting shroom usage. I think it's because this off-road towards the right requires at least 2 shrooms. I think that's why he's using the shroom there. So you can really sparse out his shrooms for each lap. So WeCoin, considering that means DK Jungle Parkway, I assume WeCoin really loves DK Jungle Parkway then. Again, similar lines to lap 1 and 2. We're gonna hold this drift, no chain wheeling because it's so tight. And then after this, drift mini turbo here, and then stream right about here. Some clean driving overall. Nothing unimpressive, nothing unimprovable I see really. Second spot only requires 1, but it doesn't cut as much as it seems. Wow. You think so at first glance. You definitely think so at first glance. But there it is. So 146.792 done by WeCoin. Fastest lap being lap 3 at 35.497. Just almost 0.2 seconds faster than lap 2 and 3. Lap 2 and 3. I'm surprised lap 1 is faster than lap 2. Considering lap 1 is usually the slowest because of the startup at the very beginning. So if that's the case, then it's definitely at least a little bit improvable. I really didn't see any mistakes in terms of the driving there. Moving on to the next cup, we have DS Desert Hills. This is done by none other than Freighters. Do I have this? Freighters gonna give me a ghost file, a video? I don't think so. I go to what? This is problem. Huh? Am I on the right thing? DS Desert Hills. 135. Okay, this is 200cc. That's 200cc. Freighters did a 135.908. Here is the screenshot. A 135.908. Currently, if I'm not mistaken, Logan, a very well-known time trial MKW player, is going for the world record on this. I tune into his streams every now and then, and this is what he's currently going for. I believe yesterday he streamed up to like 8 hours, so super impressive, and just the time and dedication it takes is absolutely mental. But we see here the fastest lap is lap 3, the second one being lap 1, surprisingly, with lap 2 following all other 2. Wow. So 135.908. I suppose we're gonna have to watch the ghost file for this because well, this is 200cc and it's on the wrong folder, so we can't watch that. So we'll go ahead and just watch this. As to not skip anything, even if it's not the BKT. We get to see some cool characters on the list. It's a good break from the fastest lines. Desert Hills, not really a popular Mogi track. In fact, I want to say it's one of the bottom tier tracks to play in Mogi. I don't think a lot of people like it. Just because of this section here, where you can cut so much, it basically becomes a bagging track. Playing for shock, playing for dodges such as the Star, Bill, and or Mega Mushroom. But this Breadman Ghost file, not bad at all. Some pretty clean lines. Of course, they're not the tightest, but they're pretty good lines. There you could trick twice. You know, it's not only trickable once, you could trick twice there. Kind of like that little bridge on GCN Mario Circuit. Appeared in my Mogi earlier and people really complained. Exactly. I went, and who chose it? Who chose that thing? Speaking of the Mogi earlier, Frix was streaming that Mogi with a hand cam, and I thought it was really impressive how he holds his GCN controller. He drives with his index. He drives the stick on his index. And I think I showcased that a bit earlier today on the stream as well, but I mean, it deserves 2 shoutouts because they're super impressive. I could never drive with a stick on GCN roller. I think it was random pick. Ah, I see. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Here we go with the shroom and finish a 141 by the Ghost. Again, compared to the 141, we see the BKT is a... The BKT is a 135, so beating out the staff goes by almost just about 6 seconds. Super impressive. Fortunately, we don't get to see it, but that's okay. Well, we always have a ghost file to see and or video if it's not the BKT. Next track we have DS Delfino Square, a beloved track. Beloved track. I feel like this is still picked relatively often. Mogi, one of the more popular regular 32 tracks that we have. Let's see if I have it. A 206-271. Yes, this is done by Relating Wave. Or Relating Wave. I don't know why I have trouble pronouncing that. This is done by Relating Wave. I think this is the first BKT done by him. Let's go ahead and watch it. Very cute me. Very cute me as well. Okay, let's start to turn on the lights in the background as the lighting outside is starting to go down. I love the soundtrack too. It's just wonderful. It's a wonderful soundtrack. Super clean line there. Super tight lines. Just like flirting with the edges of the buildings really. Holding the drift there. Did he get a chain drift? I don't know. I think he got a chain drift there before it started turning. Okay, it makes sense why he doesn't go for the block cut. You want to see his stream here. Pretty clean. Nothing too crazy so far. I think he could wheelie on that mud cut. He could definitely wheelie for a bit on that mud cut, which he didn't do. So maybe that's a bit improvable. It's a section where that could be improvable. A 42.403 first lap. Let's see what happens second lap. Doesn't get the perfect chain there. Goes down to 88 kilometers per hour. Again, these tight lines, super impressive. I don't think we'll see a difference here. I mean, it's the BKT for a reason. Maybe it's a bit wider than the first lap. It's a bit. I feel like it's a bit wider than the first lap. Okay, he wheelies twice there. Yeah, he wheelies twice there. Here we go with this turn. Super tight turn. So here, I feel like you could wheelie a bit here before drifting again. Maybe gain just a little bit of time. Just a little bit of time. And that's smart too. So you go off the boost panel, that boost panel bridge, and you're boosting on the floor. But instead of holding your drift and wheeling, you just use the boost panel from the bridge to maintain top speed. So you don't have to drift at all coming off that bridge boost panel ramp. Not at all. But very clean lines. No mistakes really. No mistakes at all. Just some really clean tight lines. That one little mud cut. Of course here he does have to drift and mini turbo wheelie because the bridge is not up, so really impressive. Of course it's a bit funny that we get the losing music, but wow, fastest lap was lap 3. I think that's because the bridge was down, so the bridge being down actually makes you a bit faster by almost a whole second. Wow, lap 3 41 compared to 42s on lap 1 and 2. Really impressive. That is Relating Wave. He did this on Dolphin, so of course we have to have a ghost file. Next one is CS Waluigi Pinball, a 222-284 by Evie on Baby Daisy. Okay. So I do have the video for this. No worries, ladies and gents. We do have a video. Oh gosh, I'm gonna mute that. This is what Baby Daisy mini base. Why am I watching this? This is the previous BKT. Yeah, this is a new BKT. Okay, so the previous BKT was a 227, and this is a 222. Wow, it beat the previous BKT by like 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 by like 5 seconds on kart. Wow, really impressive work by Evie. So I'm sure this will have a holy shit, I'm gonna fire emoji that. I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna have a ghost file for that. Really nice to see. Okay, now I have to search my ghost files. Okay, I have a 231 here, so I just search 2 and 31. Search for my 728 open file location, and then just drag and drop this BKT that I just downloaded. 222. Nice, very nice. Thank you, Carson, for letting me know. Of course. Look at that. Look at that. Is this outside drift? I'm imagining this is outside drift. So I have the transmissions on regular, so it should be outside drift once I start this. There you go. Wow, beat it by 5 whole seconds, bro. I feel like another track besides Waluigi Pinball that could be beaten, that has a funky BKT but could easily be beaten with a kart is N64 Royal Raceway. Look at this. Look at this, bro. Look at that purple. Wow. Get fucked, Flame Runner. Beat it by a whole 5 seconds, dude. Wow, she holds the mini turbo there. The drift there. I didn't expect that. So he uses the boost panel, and only after the boost panel boost runs out, only then does she release that purple mini turbo. This is really fun to watch. This is really fun to watch. Not only because it's kart, but as well as this track is really colorful and bright. And like flashy. Look at this, just playing with the fence there. Wow. Pulling this drift here, gonna get another purple because the turns are so wide. The turns are so long, it's like almost impossible not to get a purple. So here we go again, blue to orange to purple to not letting go, and then only after that's gone, then they release it. N64 Rotate experiments 3 times with kart, but the straights after each turn are just slightly too long to allow for ultra mini turbo chains. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. You'd really think it'd be one because it's so wide, and for the straightaways you could just snake. But I suppose the Funky Flame Runner wheeling is faster than snaking. At least the Wii U version is kart. Yes, we're not there yet, but I'm happy to see at least one of the versions. To hear at least one of the versions as a kart. I did not know that entirely, even though I did import it. Did not know that for sure. Here we go again. A blue to orange to purple off the boost panel, adjusting himself with hybrid after the purple. Really, really cool. Really sweet. Really clean. The last mushroom again to an orange. And then the last adjustment here. Orange, purple, and that's the BKT. That's the BKT. A whole 5 seconds, dude. A whole 5 seconds. That is crazy. That's absolutely mental. Alright, moving on. To DS Shroom Ridge to finish off this final cup. This is also done by Evie, a 15939. Let's see if I have this ghost. I do have this ghost, so this ghost still stands. Evie is a pioneer of making tracks 40% faster on kart that do not feel like they should be faster. Ah. We have a new a new recognized user in the Retro Rewind time trial community, as far as my knowledge goes. Look at this. Super cool. Of course, has to go wide from the car. I can play F-Rooms or R on Wii since I crash every time I load into a race. I tested it where I joined on my Wii. Joined my Wii room on Dolphin and crashes. I did just send my crash out pull to Rambo. That sucks. That's unfortunate. We did have F-Room issues earlier, but I don't think this is even related to that because, you know, F-Rooms are back, Mogi's back, so it shouldn't be related to that at all. It's just unfortunate. The Wii usually has more issues than Dolphin. And I think that's because, well, the Wii wasn't made to handle 150 plus tracks, you know? So that's only natural that they get more errors. But looking at this, super impressive. Most of the BKTs on kart, they're just boosting for most of the tracks, so it's like, yeah, wow. I mean, you wouldn't think so on DS Shroom Ridge because look at this straightaway on the minimap, HUD. Look at this straightaway. Like, you'd think that's like a no-go for a kart, but somehow this kart has the BKT on this. Yeah, it's unfortunate. But yeah, thankfully we have Rambo. Rambo does a lot of work for us. He's done a lot of work. For example, he did the extended teams feature solely by himself. So if he were ever to be removed from the depth team, he would be well within his rights to remove the extended features from the mod. At least I think so. At least I think so. We got a purple. We're going 109. A blue into an orange, and then I think a blue here turned it off. Oh, it's snaking a bit. A blue into a blue. Okay. Very, very nice. It's a 37.375. That's the fastest lap out of all three. Surprisingly, lap 1 is a whole second slower A whole second slower. Wow. So yeah. Lap 3 beats lap 2 by point what 8765 by 5 milliseconds. So it still could be improved a little bit, but impressive nonetheless. That is Evie on DS Stream Ridge of 153939. If anyone wants to go for that on court, you're more than welcome to. But we're back on the Justin show. We're back on the Justin Cup. This cup has two BKTs from Justin. So not exactly a Justin Cup, maybe half a Justin Cup. We see here a 216. I don't know where this is. I think this is the ghost file. All right, let's go ahead and pull up this video. A 210.052. Lap 1 is slower as lap 2 and lap 3. Is slower as lap 2 and lap 3 start in a ultra mini turbo chain. Lap 3 is fastest since it does another stream stat. Thank you, Carson. Thank you very much. Shout out to Carson. He has helped us a lot on stream today for these BKTs. Of course, I am not the most knowledgeable on carts, so this is really helpful. Let's go ahead and start this now. This is again Justin on DK Pass. I believe he gets the full start up there. Okay, I always thought like what would be the best strat here coming into this section, because you have what 1, 2, 3, 4 possible straight drift mini turbos. So here's 1, here's 2, but he decides to wheelie, adjust, and then turn and make another mini turbo. So that's interesting, as opposed to just drifting all those turns and mini turboing. This cuts a lot of time. Did he hit some off-road? Did he slow down a bit because of the off-road, or? Yeah, he did slow down a bit. He hit a little bit of off-road. So that's already one place where he could improve upon. Here's going off the ramps. I didn't think that going off the ramps would be faster because you're in the air for quite a bit. Here's some changes into a wheelie, going max speed. Oh, he's on manual. Yeah, I think Justin is always on manual. That is the weirdest way I've seen the cut done. What the fuck? Yeah, he's almost like I mean, he cuts the most possible. He really does. I think he spin drifts here. He spin drifts right here. Not here, but right about here into this turn. Yeah, he definitely spin drifts there. But yeah, he cuts a huge chunk of that off-road off, just going as tight as possible. Bam. Okay, it doesn't hit any off-road there. Okay, we're on the ad break. We're on the ad break, ladies and gentlemen. If you're enjoying the show, I'm happy to do so for you guys. I was gonna say hit that like button, but we're on Twitch, so we're on Twitch. And see the YouTube comments. Okay, Neil DB. It was just Neil the BC fan. Thankfully, I didn't miss anyone. In the meantime, I'll take a quick Gatorade break. And watch the rest of this play out. And then we'll probably restart it from lap 2 again because of the ad break. Alright, 20 seconds, so most of us are back. And that is it, a 210.052. 10 more seconds till we're back. Welcome back, everybody. Pleasure to have you back. I think the ad started somewhere around lap 2, so like right here. Let's go ahead and watch this one more time. Again, he's cutting as much as possible, and compared to lap 1, he doesn't hit any off-road. So yeah, I definitely think that's something to improve upon in lap 1, and I think so far lap 2 is the fastest lap of them all. We'll see what happens in lap 3. I wasn't paying too much attention. I get no ads on my ad blocker. I definitely like ad blocker. I think I mean, I personally use ad blocker myself. I think everyone should get on the ad blocker train. cuts were much better laps 2 and 3. I agree. No, I agree. Lap 1 he hit that off-road, it was a bit jank. You're costing some money. I mean, you're costing everyone money. And I mean, here's the thing with ad blocker. Here's where it gets controversial, because yeah, you can say you're costing streamers money, but if you weren't gonna like if you weren't gonna support the stream at all, like why even have ads, right? Like if you weren't even gonna subscribe anyway, like why even have the ads? I think it's fine that people use ad blockers, in my opinion. But we see here the fastest lap being lap 2 with a 42.767, about a whole second faster than lap 3. Holy shit! Yeah, that lap 2 was ultra clean. And we really can't say that he was going into an ultra mini turbo into the next lap because he's on the bike. So, I mean, you could pretty much chalk that up to just better clean lines, way better and cleaner lines. I'm actually even surprised that lap 3 is slower than lap 1, considering the cut was way cleaner lap 3, and he hit off-road lap 1. His cut lap 2 is insane. Yeah, this is actually mental. Let's watch it one more time and then compare it to lap 3. So like right about here. Look at this. Look how tight this is. That's crazy. He gets a lot of airtime. And then we see the lap 3 one. It's not as great as lap 2, but it's not as bad as lap 1. But I think that compared to some a bit more clunky driving. Yeah, see, this is way wider. This is way wider. Yeah, it makes sense why you lost almost a whole second. Starting to use Twitch more now since I got the ad blocker. No, it's way more convenient. It's way more convenient. I think ads are way too often. I think it really does ruin the experience. I think it just goes, we're just back to like cable television where we had like 10 commercials before the show. Your 30-minute show came back on, right? So it's really like 22 minutes of a episode of any cartoon show or anything that you're watching. But moving on, that was DK Pass. That is again done by Justin. Next one is TikTok Clock, done by Misa. That is 200cc. Misa did not give us a ghost file and or a video, so all we have to go off this is the screenshot. So here it is, a 144.396, fastest lap being lap 3 with a 34.628, 0.1 faster than lap 2. Lap 1, the slowest lap of them all, makes sense. So a 144. I mean, I get a 152, so I suppose we'll just push ourselves. Because this is the fastest one. I mean, the ghost file is here. This is 200cc in the wrong placement, so. We're gonna watch myself. This is not the BKT, guys. I have to say, this is not the BKT. We just have to watch something of TikTok Clock. I don't even get a full startup boost. What am I doing here? Look, I get a boost for like 2 seconds. Let's go. Bro. Look, what am I doing? What is going on here? What is going on here? This is so bad. What was Okay, I have an explanation. I have an explanation. Hold on. Before I start to get clowned, hold on. I have an explanation. Okay, so I have a partner, and she was starting to barely get familiar with this mod. Okay, and this is one of her favorite tracks. This is what. Okay, so she at least knows how to do tricks. Okay, and she at least knows where to go for boost pedal. Remember October almost on driving. This is crazy, bro. Look at this. Where am I going? Bro, I'm gonna cry. I'm not even wheeling. I'm not even tricking off these. What am I doing? This is actually mental. But you gotta hand it to my significant other. She did the best of what she could. Yo, what happened, bro? She spin drifted? No way. Ain't no way she spin drifted, bro. She's actually a legend, bro. She's a legend. What the fuck? Let's see. Where did she spin drift? Here? Right here. I think it's into lap 2. Where's she going? She went into the wall, bro. I thought that was gonna be way more impressive than what you led on with that capitalization. Oh gosh, I'm gonna show her this when she gets home from work. But look, I mean, it's not bad for someone. Okay, this is like 2 weeks of Mario Kart Wii. I flipped the wrong way. This is 2 weeks of Mario Kart Wii, so this is not bad. Not bad at all. You should have seen her on the Luigi circuit. Absolutely atrocious. But look at this. Look, she's getting the hang of it. She's trying to, you know, trick off these cogs. Oh, she hits the wall there. I mean, but at least she hasn't gone out of bounds. She's getting these drifts. She's getting these mini turbos. Best player in the world. Thank you. I'm sure she liked that compliment a lot. She's getting these tricks off. Not gonna lie. Look, she's wheeling. She's wheeling after her boost. She's adjusting herself for the alignment. Okay, okay. Get her in the book. Absolutely not. She'd get cooked even in tier 1. She'd get absolutely cooked. She would do worse than the Monkey King. She would do worse than Rafool. She would do worse than CM Long. Look at these tricks. These tricks. Maybe in the future she will, but not now at least. But look at this. She did not go out of bounds whatsoever. No out of bounds. Clutch recovery. Exactly. Look at this legend. Look at this legend. And then the final shroom. She utilizes all 3 of her shrooms. Look at that. So there it is, guys. The BKT at 222.247. The fastest lap being lap 3 with a 4.4441, beating the second fastest lap by almost 2 seconds. Really impressive, if I don't say so myself. I mean, look at this improvement. Look how much faster she is lap 3 compared to lap 1. I mean, we saw it, the improvement in real time. In real time. Anyways, back to actual BKTs, guys. DS Mario Circuit. This is another Justin track, a 144867. Done here in DS Mario Circuit. It's gonna be a bit green because, of course, he does his BKTs on a Wii. If I can find how to mute this real quick because it is a bit loud. Oh, there you go. Let's start this off from the beginning. Excuse me. I think we're just about halfway done. Just about halfway done. Some pretty clean lines so far. Imagine he's racing this old Ghost. It doesn't go for the cut there. You initially think that'd be faster, but there's a much faster cut right around here. Oh, okay. You can drive through the off-road on Funky. Nice. And then the stream cut there. Very nice. I think here you can also cut through the off-road. Yep. And then once more here. Okay, he doesn't decide to go to the off-road there. Okay, interesting. He's 0.246 faster than his Ghost here, so he's already ahead of his Ghost. All he needs to do is maybe play it a bit safe just to make sure he has a BKT. But some pretty clean lines. 96. Of course, he's on manual. Justin does not do hybrid. Here's the shroom. Oh, he hits the wall. Wow, he hits the wall. What a major lapse. What a major mistake. Wow. But his lines here make it so that he's still faster than the Ghost at the end of lap 2. Here he is again readjusting himself. He is not behind the Ghost. So I definitely think this is beatable. Justin has like 2 hybrid BKTs. Yeah, and I assume those BKTs are not on Funky Lime. I assume those are on like Spear. Here's a stream once more. He's gonna beat his Ghost. But I definitely think this is improvable upon. This is definitely improvable. Yeah, because of that major lapse that he did at lap 2 and 2-3. He was kind of Almost a whole second ahead. But there it is, fastest lap being lap 1. Not the best of Justin we've seen for sure. Not the best of Justin we've seen for sure. But that is DS Mario Circuit. Next is DS Airship Fortress done by Jake. Last time we saw Jake BKT, he did not give us a Ghost Tour video, so yeah. Jake. Here it is, guys. All of them are Magi BKTs. Right. Makes sense. So non-Flame Runner BKTs. So here's the BKT for Airship Fortress. 158.580. No recording of this, unfortunately, apart from the screenshot. Fastest lap being lap 2 with a 39478. Lap 3 following super close. Only 0.010 slower. So I imagine lap 2 and 3 here are identical. Pretty much identical. But nonetheless, we do have to watch something of Airship Fortress, so I think we'll watch another ZPL track. This time though, it won't be my significant other, so we won't be seeing any spin drifting into the wrong way. I think this is a cool strat. Go into the shortcut, the real shortcut already in the very beginning. He decides not to trick there. You can definitely trick off that. Chain wheelie, super tight cuts. Very nice, very nice. Trick off this. No shrooming. No shrooming. I think he'll shroom at the spiral here. He's gonna shroom at the spiral here. Like right now. No? Okay. Oh, yeah, I imagine it'd be like pretty soon. There it is. I wonder where the BKT uses their shroom. Trick off this, and you can trick off that as well if he pleases, but maybe it is faster to not trick off that. Oh, it's not as tight as lap 1, but that's fine. And CPO, he's just doing a stop ghost. And we see Dry Bowser here being used. In between the fires, that was pretty impressive. I remember when in like July, one of the walls had no collision, and you could cut a ton of the track. It was so fun. Aww, that's patched now. That's pretty unfortunate. I think I kind of remember. No, I don't. I don't remember that at all. I was not here in July. I came into this mod around September, pretty much September, October, like you said earlier. But I know you can cut like here. Like here, you could cut. Like starting there, you can cut this whole section here and just fall off into this portion of the track. Here's EPL once more. Into the cannon he goes. Some pretty clean giant by ZPL. In fact, ZPL was like one of the only other ones to make it in one of Choi's recent, I think he released it a month or two ago, Choi's TT video. So he was like top 3. He made it with Enmead and Joy. There it is, a 202 by ZPL. It is about 3 seconds slower than the BKT. Once more, I'll show the BKT just to compare. The BKT is a 158.580, and this is ZPL with a 202.062. You were able to cut the spiral thing on the inside of the ship. Wow. Okay, I definitely did not know about that. Next one we have, I'm kind of excited for this because this cup has 2 BKTs, none other than by Blue. Blue is a fairly active worldwide player. He had time for Blue KT. Yeah, that's a great pun. Time for the Blue KTs. Blue has Blue KTs on DS Warrior Stadium and DS Rainbow Road, so this is definitely his cup. Blue, a well-known figure in the community. He plays mostly world rides. He's played Milgis before, but he's mostly known for his world rides. So if I slide once, there he is. 203.802 done by Blue. Let's watch this. This is gonna be super impressive to watch. I imagine we're gonna see the boost panel into the wall fence where it just shoots you down, kind of like GCN Waluigi Stadium. And I think it's in the middle of the track. Look at this. Look at this. Right here. Wow, that's actually crazy. Ooh, switch with the fireball. It's that mini turbo out. This might be one of the most impressive BKTs in the pack. Yes, I agree. Look how tight he's driving. Look how tight he's driving. I mean, is this even beatable? Is this even beatable? Very clean lap 1, a 41.336. We'll see what how it compares to lap 2. Here he goes again, hitting that wall. So it doesn't directly go for the wall, right? He kind of stays in the air a bit and then goes for the wall. Because like if you hit the wall like directly, like as soon as you can, it's comparable to as if you didn't hit the wall at all. So you definitely have to angle it where you hit the wall. There's a stream usage into the off-road. Trick, wheelie, holding this drift, really nicely done. Delay drifting here probably. Yeah, just the way he does these turns, they're so close to the wall. Like here, lap 3 is playing it a bit safer than lap 1. I definitely think lap 1 is one of the more impressive laps, at least compared to lap 3. So he has one more shroom left. He goes again, doesn't go for that boost panel ramp, gets a low trick here. Drifts, wheelies, gets the maximum speed, goes to this off-road by the shroom. Really tight, and once more gets a trick off that boost panel ramp. A double trick there, and then holding the drift into a wheelie. And then that's all she wrote. Really impressive run by Blue. I don't think this will be beaten, at least for a little while, unless Blue wants to go for it himself. Oh wow, the most impressive lap was actually lap 2. Okay. I think lap 1 had tighter lines though, just because of that startup boost that slows you down lap 1. But lap 2, the fastest lap of them all, with a 4.1156, faster than lap 3 and 1 by like 0.2. Again, that's Blue with a 203.802 on DS Waluigi Stadium. I'm not going back to the courses screen. Yes, I am going back to the courses screen. Next one is DH Peach Gardens, done by Lachi. I don't think he intends on improving it at the moment unless someone else takes it. I agree. I wouldn't want to mess with that either, to be honest. It'd be a bit of a mood killer to be on that all day. But next one is Lachi on DS Peach Gardens, another one where we don't have a ghost in our video. I think this is 200cc. Pretty sure it's 200cc, I think. No, it's not 200cc. Oh, this is just a ghost file. But here's the BKT for Peach Gardens. Is a 205.532. That's the ghost, staff ghost, and here's the BKT. A 159.796. Look at these laps. Very clean laps. They're all almost identical, pretty much, apart from that really clean lap 3. 39.9, 39.9, and a 39.8. But we'll watch the ghost. We'll watch the ghost instead. Pretty cool to see. I think I like these breaks in between BKTs where we just get to watch something different, like when DPL was on Dry Bowser. Oh, they're on hybrid. They're on hybrid. Interesting. This track is a banging track in Mogi. Definitely want to pick this when you're in the middle or behind, towards the back of the pack, when starting the race. What the fuck? The staff ghost is old? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't even recognize the me myself. I don't recognize the me at all. He's just going around the thing. Like, he kind of messes up there. But cool to see nonetheless. Sneak shirt on this BKT video. This looks like it was made before Hybrid was even added. Let's see. I mean, he's adjusting. I mean, he's definitely adjusting, but he's not losing speed. But yeah, it looks like it, I suppose. Look at him go. The little guy go. Just going around these platforms here. These patches of grass and flowers. Oh, that perk of hybrid comes from automatic. Ah! So this may or may not be automatic? I mean, he hasn't... I mean, he never did a drift mini turbo, right? Yeah, no, he's not. You're right. Isn't this is automatic then? Wow, that's actually crazy. I never thought I'd see an automatic Tunchild Ghost. But yeah, that is DS Peach Guarded Skies. Unfortunately, no ghost file or video, but that's okay. Moving on to DS Bowser's Castle. This is done by WeCoin with a 236125. There it is, DKGP for life. Very, very iconic meme name. Honestly, it's a more memorable meme name. Thank you, Cap. There it is. Where's the Cap? Where's the Cap? Again, we're going all the way to 3DS today, so after DS, we still got Wii to go, we still got, and then 3DS. Although, I imagine for Wii, it's gonna be a bit tough, because, you know, the BKTs are not gonna be the world records, and, I think for Wii, it's the most series of tracks where they don't have ghost files in their videos, unfortunately. Really clean driving so far. I think he gets an empty off that. Yeah, you can definitely get an empty off that before you continue the racetrack. Trick. Oh, I thought you could get one more trick there. Suppose not. There's a mushroom. I was wondering when he was going to use the mushroom. It had almost been the whole lap without using one. Wow, there's another mushroom burned. Okay. I guess it's just a preference of choice. This last mushroom is definitely going to be saved towards the ending cut, where at the end of lap 3 you hop over a big chunk of lava. That's a very, very low trick. It's a super low trick. He almost, like, gravity almost pulled him towards the floor there. Yeah, most of the tricks were at the start of the sheet because it's Wii, people set really strong times immediately. Yeah, it makes sense. It's totally self-explanatory. I mean, yeah, Wii Track's been out since 06, 08, 07, 09, the mid 2000s, so it makes sense. And see how he does with his chains here. Goes down to 84 before he uses the shroom, so I think that's a bit improvable. Wait, he used a shroom. I guess it's faster. I guess it's faster to use a shroom there as opposed to saving it for that lava hop. Wait. No. You can drift mini turbo into the lava cut. You don't need a mushroom. You do not need a mushroom. I just remembered. Or at least that made me remember it, because it's like, well, don't you want to hold the mushroom? So here we go. Trick there. Maybe a couple more tricks here. Last one. It does get a different shroom strat to this sheet. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. So here we go. Mini turbo and... Really? He didn't even hop, he just wheelied. And he held it down. He, not nosedive, but tail dived. It's a 236.125, the fastest lap being lap 3. Almost by a whole second because of the mushroom usage, probably. And that lava cut. Hey, Zama, I remember this, track, I think it was yesterday, 2 days ago. Or 2 days ago, and shock happened, and you redded me? What the fuck? You redded me for the Shuma's cut, and you failed, and I passed you. Great memory, Dopey. I'm glad you brought this up. I'm glad you brought this up. No, this is totally irrelevant to what we're streaming to the video. Yeah, I think that was actually yesterday. I think it was yesterday when Fern was playing. Fern was on Spear, and I decided to hop on the stream and play Spear with him. And yeah, I think I definitely redded you. I went for the cut and I totally failed it. Totally failed it. Or maybe it was 2 days ago. Yeah, yes, that's right. Yep. You just want me to admit it, bro. You just want me to admit it. Next track is another blue KT. Let's go, gents. Another blue KT with a... Oh, wow. Wow, this was the BKT when I first imported it. Blue got this BKT, so this was the previous BKT, a 207612, and Blue now has it with a 206487. So now I'm gonna have to import this shortly. This is a new submission. Yes, yes. And I think I like this because in a way, with the new submissions, I can compare it with the old submissions. So I think I'm gonna select this ghost and then I'll select Blue's ghost, and then we could just see on side by side how they compare. Okay, let's search up my ghost first. A 216 downloads ghost. This track just recently had a new development, which is pretty cool. Ah, okay, so we're gonna see the development in real time with the BKTs. Thank you for the bit. Yeah, you got it. Very, very much appreciated. Cole, our lovely Cole, lovely beloved Cole. Oh, also guys, bronze is back to tier 1. Let's go. Let's go. Bronze is back to tier 1. It's the only way we get tier 1 Mogis going. Okay, 4-0. Okay, now I just drag and drop this. I mean, yeah, it's about time bronze got back to tier 1. It was dead for quite a minute. Okay, and to the left, and there it is, UK Blue. I played one Mogi in tier 1, now I'm kicked out. Yeah, it happens. Roshi is the GOAT for adding bronze to tier 1. Yes, Roshi is the GOAT. Roshi's the GOATest of the GOATs. I don't know who suggested it, actually. I have no idea who suggested it. If I look in the mod chat, I don't know if I'm permitted to say this, but I will. I mean, it's not really too big of a deal. Let's see if I go... Is it Mogi staff or mod chat? Okay. Just to announce that. Knew we should have... Oh yeah, no, it was definitely Roshi. He's the one that asked us in Mogi staff. Fendi insta complained about bronze being in tier 1 in Opal Hideaway. Fendi insta about bronze? Why is Fendi complaining? Like, isn't he the one that really enjoyed playing tier 1? Like, he was... And thank you, Owoon one for the follow. Isn't he the one that really enjoyed tier 1 in the very beginning when he was still Opal? He was like, yeah, I enjoy my tier 1. Leave us alone. You know? Like, I definitely think bronze deserves to be in tier 1. I definitely think bronze deserves to be in tier 1. He has 2 high rank for us now. And that's the point, right? Like, how did Fendi improve? Like, how did Fendi improve? He was tier 1 before tier 1 was a thing, and now he's like silver. After he spent all those countless matches in tier 1, right? So tier 1 definitely works in my opinion. Tier 1 definitely works for bronzes in my opinion. But not to get too much off topic, here it is. We're gonna see them side by side. Oh, okay. I think I'll wait this a bit. Just till the outbreak goes away. Tier 1 makes me actually want to million again. Yeah, exactly. It encourages lower ranked players to play and not get absolutely destroyed by hints and cards and all tier. Oh, what a legend. Did you I think the cool thing about cart is and hints playing cart is one of the cuts in Cloud Top Cruise. Absolutely mental that you can do that streamless on the cart. Yeah, absolutely mental. I'm trying to think of other things. You could do the streamless cut. You can do the ultra cut on BC3 with a cart. Okay, really short epic, I guess. Alright, let's go back to this BKT once more. We've been stalling this for way too long. The blue KT, I'll select this, and then replay. There you go! Here we go, here we go, here we go. Again, this is a 206 487 by blue. Okay, where's the new development here? Alright, he's already ahead. He's already ahead. Alright. Just holding the drip. I don't see any development quite yet, but I see that blue is faster than Ku here. Okay, Ku goes for the mud shortcut, and now he's ahead. Okay, now I'm really curious to see what this development is. Is it cut here? Is there shroom usage here? Like right here? No? Okay. Okay, he's still holding it. He's still holding all 3 of his shrooms. Wow. Okay, holding it, holding it. Shroom, holding it, holding it. I like that. That bit of airtime definitely helps. Definitely cuts some time. So here it is again. He's wheeling. The old ghost is gonna go for the mud cut once more. Okay, now blue goes for the mud cut. Gets a low trick. Uses the mushroom. Oh, here it is. Wow. Wow. That's really impressive. What was the alignment for that? You gotta go like wide to tight there. And look how ahead he is now. Oh wow, he almost fell off the track there. You saw that? He almost fell off the track there. You're just kind of stumbling. He's gonna get some airtime here as well. So okay, in that instance, then this is definitely beatable. This is definitely beatable since it's a recent development. But I mean, I don't know where it is beatable. These are some pretty tight lines by blue. The hop trick's going here. Nice. And then some clean tight lines here to finish it off. Blue brought the idea to me, and I proved it was faster than blue put the run together. Oh wow. Oh wow, so it was a collaborative work. It wasn't just all blue. You kind of pitched in as well and just proved to him that it was faster. Okay. Very, very well done. Again, that's a 206.487 by blue. Fastest lap being lap 2, of course, because of that double shortcut. Super, super impressive. Besides that, lap 1 was the longest, lap 3 was the shortest, but you know, the shroom usage is unbalanced, so it doesn't really make sense to compare the laps, but really impressive nonetheless by blue. Blue KTs are now over, sadly, and as the next series of tracks done, we are now halfway. We're barely halfway, ladies and gentlemen. We still got Wii, and we still got 3DS. Jesus, I'm almost running out of breath here. I might just finish off with Wii and make it an extra day for Wii U, 3DS, you know, Sky High Sun, SWs, GPs, betas, and RMXs. But we'll see how we go. But first track into the Wii tracks is Wii Luigi Circuit. This is a 109300 by Abby, and I do have the ghost file. Very nice, very, very nice. This, fortunately, we start off the Wii tracks with the ghost file. Actually, the first 2 Wii tracks of this cup both use Spear, and it makes sense they both use Spear because this cup is you know, the first cup of series is usually the easiest of all cups. Is this all manual? Yeah, this is all manual. Looks like. I mean, if you're using Spear, it's almost, and it's pretty much a no-brainer to use manual. I don't really see, or hybrid. I'm sorry. I don't really see what the point is, and you might need to update your movement meta. I think it's a new submission. Holy fuck! Thank you for all our clips. I might need to. What was I gonna say? What was I talking about? Oh, I was saying that it's a no-brainer. It's almost a no-brainer. Like, what's the point of using manual on the Spear? Because you can do these mini adjustments on the wheelie and you don't use it any time at all. But that's really nice to know that there's a new submission from Moonmeadows. That just means that we'll be able to compare to the previous BKT to the current BKT Ghost. That's all it means. We got turn, wheelie. A very, very clean run by Abby herself. I might go for RBC 200cc. I wish you luck. I hope you get it, because sooner or later we'll be going over the 200cc BKTs. For now, we're still on 150. Fastest lap here being 2:03.006. Beats lap 2 by 0.07-ish seconds. Slowest lap was lap 1, of course, because of the startup, but you know, the rest is history. Really, really impressive run by Abby. That is done on the Wii. That was done on the Wii. I'll put my friend code in chat because why not? Yeah, go for it. Put your friend code in chat. Put your friend code in chat. Put your friend code in chat. Put other people's friend codes in chat. put yourself in chat. Next one is a 115.686 done by Sep. Let's see if I have this. I don't have this right because we said that was improved upon. So Sep improved his own time. He improved his own time. W. His previous time was a 116 here that I have, but his current one is a 115.686. Now I'm gonna have to download this ghost as well, so if you guys will excuse me for just a moment while I get this sorted out. It shouldn't take me too long. Alright, the file is downloaded. If I go to my time, I see that I have a 126. Now I go into the ghost file, search for 1 minute to 6, and then I search for the rest, 687, open the folder location, and then copy and paste the ghost file over, and then voila, it's in. Now all I gotta do is go back, go forward, and there it is. 115.686 by Sep. This is pretty recent. It's pretty recent. It might have been yesterday, it might have been a couple hours ago, it might have been 2 days ago. But that's how recent it was, and let's go ahead and see how it compares. I mean it's Moo Metals, there's no new tech to this track, just cleaner driving, and I'm gonna beat the BKT. I'm gonna beat the BKT. I'm not gonna beat the BKT. I know what I did there. Select, and replay. There you go. I had to be consciously aware of what I was doing that time. Alright, it's just gonna be like a bunch of micro adjustments considering how much faster it is. It's just barely faster. You'll notice it looks like his first ghost, his previous ghost is like just slightly faster. What the fuck? What was that? That was definitely a different approach to that turn. Two different approaches to that turn. Okay. 98, 98. Into the 80s, so not the perfect, the most perfect of chain wheelies. But he's already ahead. Like, he's already ahead here. Well, you can't even see his previous ghost. Oh, there it is. Kind of like flirting with him. I think the way he approaches that turn is what makes all the difference. It makes all the difference with the spear. Here you go. Again, not the greatest of chain wheelies. He goes down to like 85-ish kilometers per hour. Oh, here's a cinematic mode. What about cinematic mode? I don't think it really helps when watching BKTs though. Not really useful. But yeah, look at this. Look how much farther he is. Wow. Like for such a minuscule amount of time, he looks a bit farther. But that's Moo Metals, nothing too crazy in Moo Metals, just some micro adjustments, a different approach to how he takes a single turn. 3 out of 3 low tricks, yeah, 3 out of 3 low tricks was absolutely mental. That is Sep with a, whatchamacallit, with a 115.686. Will it be beaten? I'm not sure. Those lines look pretty clean, man. I really don't know. Maybe towards the end there, like the end turns into the new laps, maybe those could be a bit tighter, but apart from that, I don't think so. I definitely don't think so. Next one is We Mushroom Gorge by Xeno, a 142.900. Yes, I have the ghost. Of course, this is the world record. The world record uses a what's it called, shooting star, but nonetheless, maybe this could be beaten by a cart with those Ultra MTs. Considering how the world record on vanilla uses an outside drifting vehicle. But it's yet to be seen. It's yet to be seen. For now, we have this. This is the BKT. It is on a funky flame runner. Where's Evie? Evie gets to work on this. Oh, I have 139 splits on cart, but it's very difficult. Ah, I see. Oh, it's tough. That's tough. When's the world record coming to RR? Exactly. When's the world record coming to RR? Considering you can get what? Considering you can get orange MTs on those outside drifting bikes on the shooting star. So I definitely think it's possible. It's just, you know, you either gotta get tiles on this, the current world record holder, or you gotta get Flam Bam Bam on this, the previous world record holder. But nothing crazy to hear, nothing crazy to see here. Pretty conventional Wii Mushroom Gorge. Bam, 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 bam. The previous world record holder. Nothing too crazy. I mean, nothing we haven't seen before. The switch drifts, barely touching the floor. Chain wheeling those drifts, or chain drifting in opposite directions. You can get 2 drifts here. Really nice, pretty clean. Trick, get a low trick there. Low trick there. Low hop there. It skips over that last Mushroom Gorge, and then a super tight TF to finish it off. That is Wii Mushroom Gorge by XENO 142900. The dirt lap was the fastest. I thought the dirt lap was the fastest with a 0.1-ish differential compared to lap 2. I was working on that the outside drift revolution. Wow. But I kind of stopped just because it's a very time-consuming strategy, which all it would take is just one person who understands outside drift mechanics to come along and take it. Oh no, Carson. No, Carson. If only you understood the ODM. If only you understood the ODM, you could have been the pioneer. But it's really impressive nonetheless what people have done with these vanilla tracks, with these decade plus old tracks. It's actually mental. Next one is Weed Toads Factory, but before we go into Weed Toads Factory, I really wish there was a ad break right now because I really gotta go pee. In fact, I finished this whole Gatorade in like an hour, so I'll be right back. Alright, welcome back everyone, or should I say welcome myself back to the stream. We continue on with Weed Toads Factory. Hopefully I have this ghost. I'm gonna scroll to the left and hope for the best. Cross my fingers. A 149. No! It's Karhuma, the ghost. Alright, let's see what I have here. If I have a video. Hopefully I have a video. We. TF, Toads Factory. I do have a video. Let's go. So this is a failed attempt, I'm sure. I'm not sure why we're starting in the middle of lap 1. There should be no sound to this, so I'm gonna go ahead and close my dolphin, or lower my dolphin, or mute my dolphin audio, and then go back to this relaxing, or what I like to think is relaxing. Wait, why is this still going? We started in the middle of lap 1. Okay, where does he restart? He fails here? No? Huh? That's a 150. But it's actually a 149. Okay, so it actually starts here. Alright, here we go, boys. This is Weed Toads Factory. Wait, for Mushroom Gorge, do you think it would be faster on Outside Drift Flame Runner? I have no idea. I have no clue. It could be faster. It could be faster. This is back-to-back attempts. Yeah, oh I see, yeah. So back-to-back BKTs. Or pretty much close to. Nah, yeah, very possible. Very possible Outside Drift Flame Runner. Wow, what a low trick. I don't understand completely how to do that low trick. You still need to understand outside drift mechanics for even to be worth it though. Yeah, that makes sense. Question, when's the world record with Flame Moon? Putting the pressure on him already is crazy. But back to this. So this double hop here gets a low trick. I've done it like maybe a couple times, and that's about it. I just hop twice and pray I get a low trick. You gotta run it up. I'm good. Oh. Here we go into lap 2. Here he burned his shrooms, by the way. Outside drift mechanics doesn't work the same with outside drift. Different timings and less tilt. That's it. Okay, guys, the first thing we gotta learn is what does ODM mean? I know OD is like outside drift. What's M mean? I'm pretty sure that's mechanics. Doesn't work the same with outside drift. Different timings and less tilt than shooting star. Outside flame runner. Ah, yeah, that totally makes sense. It'd be completely different. Outside drift momentum. Okay, thank you, Carson. Outside drift momentum doesn't work the same with outside drift. Different timings and less tilt than shooting star. Yep. You'd have to learn it from the ground up. My PB with outside drift momentum is a 145. Oh. A 145. With the BKT being a 142900. That's pretty close. Close enough, I assume. But that's it, Toad's Factory. We kind of brushed over this one because of all the talk of outside drift momentum. But we see the fastest time here was lap 1, surprisingly enough. You think lap 1 would be the slowest. And it actually goes in order. Lap 1 the fastest, lap 2 the middle fastest, and lap 3 the slowest. Really impressive nonetheless. That is the BKT for Toad's Factory. I'm not entirely sure how this compares to the world record, but I imagine it's close enough. Because it is a BKT on Retro Rewind. That is the Mushroom Cup. Thank you, Mushroom Cup, our beloved Mushroom Cup. You served us a couple Spirit Tracks. Moving on to the Flower Cup, we see Wii Mario Circuit. This is another Justin BKT on Spear, which I assume is also hybrid. With a 121795. Here is the clip. It will start shortly. He is on Wii, so the loading times are just a bit longer. Just a tiny bit longer. It's a full startup. And guys, do forgive the graininess. He is playing on the Wii console, so the best thing that thing can output is 480i, 480p, so... Oh, this is before input viewer. Wait, he's on manual. Isn't he on manual? Let's see. Or am I tripping out? I think I might have been tripping out. But this is before the input viewer came into play, so it's really weird to see a BKT without input viewer. I think he's manual. Like he's adjusting, but he's losing like very tiny little kilometers per second. I think Justin just didn't have the setting enabled. Oh, I see. So this is a fairly recent BKT thing, because input viewer didn't come out too long ago. He started to tune on R after the big update. Ah, I see. Well, I'm really glad to have him. I really wonder what the BKT looked like before he came along. I'm sure we had like way more variety of players, but now it's kind of just a Justin show. And pretty clean lines, tight turns. Flirting with the off-road again. Let's see how he gets this. There's no chaining here. I kind of want to go back to lap 2 once this finishes. Once we go over this. There it is, a 121795. We see the fastest lap being lap 3, only by 0.02, 0.03-ish. Really impressive. There would have been about 15 of my BKT. That's unfortunate, isn't it? But it's good that we have more competition. More competition is always good. I kind of want to see this. Lap 1 into 2. I want to see these chain wheelies. So like right here. He goes down to 80 some kilometers per hour. He goes down to 80 some kilometers per hour again. And then lap 2 into 3 into these chain wheelies. I mean, the only thing you should really improve upon, honestly, on this is the chain wheelies. So just a bit farther back. There you go. Sniping on your BKTs, holy shit. Goes down to 80 something again. So they're not perfect chain wheelies. They're not perfect chain wheelies. That's so rude to snipe your BKTs. But then again, I mean, if it's there for the taking, then why wouldn't you take it? But there it is, Wii Mario Kart by Justin. We have been going a bit slower than we have previously, so we're gonna try to speed things up a little bit more. Next one is Wii Coconut Mall by none other than Paul Jaw Feeds. Does he have a BKT for me? Does he have a ghost file for me? Let me open this link. I think it's just a screenshot. I think this one's just a screenshot. Coconut Mall, yeah. Both 200cc and 150cc are just screenshots. It just said Wii Mario Kart. Oh god. It'll be a vid. It'll be a vid. 158, 130 on Coconut Mall. The fastest lap being lap 2 here, barely beating lap... Oh no, fastest lap being lap 1, beating lap 2 and 3 by 0.1 and a half-ish. W skin, yeah. I mean, you know it's Paw Jaw Feet because of the skin. I mean, this is what he has on his profile picture as well. So we see a 158. The closest that we have here is ZPL's Ghost with a 205. So let's just watch ZPL's. Small break from the action. And again, this is Retro Rewind BKTs. So if I'm not showing BKTs, I gotta at least show Retro Rewind. So I feel like watching the actual vanilla world records is against the rules, so we have to watch something that's on Retro Rewind. I always go that route. That's the safest route. Oh, the middle route's a bit faster. I'm pretty sure the middle route is what the world record uses. There you go, into lap 2. ZPL with a 42.244. Let's go, ZPL. Let's go, gamers! As he would say. He's gonna trick off this little ledge here. Perfect. He's on Peach. He's gonna chain drip. Take the boost panel into a wheelie. Chain drifting again. Doesn't quite get the chain drift actually. Decides to just go for the boost panel. Get to trick off that little ledge into another trick off that boost panel. Makes sense. You might go for all 3 boost panels here. Very nice CPL. Very nice Zapple. Here we go into lap 3. That's a 41.644. I think that was slightly slower than lap 1 if I'm not mistaken. Here we go. Again, takes that little shortcut. I think that's what the world record uses as well. It really does make sense to use that shroom there. There's not really many or any other spots to use that shroom. To use a shroom. Again, he opts to go for the safe route. Nothing crazy here. Just some decent driving. Not the most perfect driving. Not the worst driving either. Some pretty. I don't know. I would describe this as what? Some bronze, some silver level driving. Some maybe opal. Maybe opal. I mean, I'm kind of close to this, to be honest, so it could even be silver. But I'd say at best that's like bronze level driving. But again, that's Coconut Mall. We don't have the BKT video and or ghost file. Next is Wii DK Summit by Sal's. Let's see if I have this ghost file. A 148672. Yes, so we do have this DK Summit. The double cut, I am really iconic to the game. I never go for it in Mugi. Unless I have a shroom. Like I go for a single cut with shroomless, and then I go for a double with a shroom just to be extra safe. Some low tricks here, I assume. Yep, into the shroom. Yep. Then super low tricks here. Very nice. There's gonna be an ad break just after this BKT, by the way. Thank you. Gonna write this these side panels into the cut. Very nice. Gets to maintain taut speed. Drift into the wheelie, into the cannon. Gonna nosedive a bit and then like kind of land flat. Yeah, I think that's what most people recommend. You also want to go into the cannon in the middle of the cannon. You want to go in the middle of the cannon. Doesn't get a low trick there. I thought he didn't get a, because first lap he got a double low trick, but there he doesn't get 2 low tricks. He gets 1. Oh, here's the double once more. Very nice. Very nice. Gets a drift mini turbo before hitting that boost panel as well. That's pretty impressive. I imagine he's soft drifting there. He's definitely soft drifting a bit. Here we go, towards the middle of the cannon. Gonna nosedive and then land flat. There you go. Riding this wall. And here. 1, 2, very nice. Then here come the low tricks. Bam, bam, bam. Okay, that one's a bit high, but that's okay. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, that was almost a bit clunky. That was almost a bit clunky. Like, for example, he doesn't get the drift mini turbo this lap, like he did last lap. So I think this one's a bit slower than the previous lap. Looking at the totals, yeah, it was just a bit slower than the previous lap. In fact, lap 1 was the fastest, almost by a whole second. That's actually a bit crazy. That's actually a bit crazy. But there it is. That is the BKT for DK Summit, owned by Sols. Will it be beat? I'm not sure. I feel like the Wii tracks are usually the hardest. Are gonna be the... not usually, they will be the hardest to beat. They definitely will be the hardest to beat, because these records are... You know, these tracks have been played forward and back endlessly to the grave, so... The next BKT is done by Lachi at 159.71, and last time we saw Lachi on the BKT sheet, we did not see any ghost files or videos, so if I slide left, he's not there. No! We do have a screenshot at the very least. Here it is, a 159.71 with a B. So if anyone wants to take that, it's very doable. I mean, he played it with the me. A 159.71 with the fastest lap being lap 3, a sub 37 lap. 36.949, just barely beating out laps 1 and 2. So knowing that's a 150, and we have a 158 here. What is this 158? Is this like 200? I don't know what this is. Why do I have this? Why do I have this ghost speaking? A 150 is not easy. It's not easy, but like he did it with the me, bro. Isn't that like kind of taunting? I mean, look at this. This guy, I don't know who this is, but he's driving relatively well. And I mean, how do you even get cleaner than this? I mean, he's readjusting himself there. Sure, that's definitely improvable upon. Here we go, some pretty decent turns. I always struggle with this track. In fact, there was a Milky where I played this track and I fell off the track like 3 times, and of course I got last because of it. But yeah, this track can be a bit tricky because the track is narrow, and not on top of that. Thank you for the ads over notification. Not on top of the track being narrow, there are no railings, so you can pretty much very easily fall off the track, especially this turn right here. This turn can give some players a good amount of trouble. Right here he is on lap 2, going past the gold mine. Still has all 3 of his triple shrooms. Oh wait, this is the BKT shroomless. This is what I have. This is a shroomless BKT. So we're not just watching a random ghost file. We're watching the BKT shroomless. Lachi is 8th worldwide, and his BKT is 0.5 slower than his PB. Ah, wow. Oh wow. I guess he uses me for fun then. I guess he wasn't really trying to beat his PB for. I don't know why he's using a me on that screenshot. Maybe he has a skin over Funky Kong or something. But here we are on lap 3. This is the Shuma's BKT. Once again, guys, we're not just watching a ghost just to watch a ghost. You don't check off that. Surprised that's not checkable. Here goes once more. He finishes off very clean. 158.055 with the fastest lap being lap 3. And you can compare lap 2 and 3 equally because there are no streams involved and there's no startups on 2 and 3. So lap 3 was ever so slightly faster. Very, very impressive. Very impressive. I do want to shout out this person. So that was not Lachi with the streamless BKT, but let's see who it was. I'm going to scroll through it here. Streamless. This is done by Shubs. This was done by Shubs. That streamless BKT was done by Shubs, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, on to the next cup. We have Wii Daisy Circuit. This is the first of for the first time we see cards on the Wii series. It is Takumi with a 127911. You'll see these times are much slower. Let's go ahead and pull it up. I do have the video, fortunately, for this one. So here it is, a 127911 by Takumi. Here's rocking Dry Bones mini based for some reason. I know there's like very slight differences in stats between all the Carters. Because we've seen Baby Daisy, we've seen Koopa Troopa, and now we're seeing Dry Bones. So, Jesus, you know. But it's a pretty clean driving here so far. Tight lines, a purple into an orange. Yep, into... Why is he hopping? Is he on manual? Into a purple. Into an orange. Look, he's hopping. He might be on manual. Let's go ahead and look at this. I'm going to click on it and then see if he specifies on his upload. Okay, he doesn't go for the trick off that cut ramp. That's actually pretty crazy. Looks like so Shows has it in parentheses. Looks like manual drift by gameplay. Wow, so this is like the first. This might be the only BKT kart that's on manual. That is actually mental. Other characters are used on karts since they have better MT stats. Ah, I see. I think this is the first kart ever to be used. The first BKT kart to be used on manual. Which is pretty impressive to say the least, because he's like hopping instead of just turning to adjust himself. Like you'll see like right here, I think, or like right. Well, we saw it previously, like there. He's hopping there. Nonetheless, very impressive by Takumi. Takumi has a good number of BKTs. He may have like 3 or 4 on kart. This fastest lap here was lap 2 with a 29.009, barely being out lap 3, not even by 0.1 of a second. Moving on to the next one, we have Wii Koopa Cape. Wii Koopa Cape. Koopa and Dry Bones have the highest MT stats for lightweights. Ooh, good to know. Good to know. I assume that Baby Daisy then that has the best handling, because I think we have seen a Baby Daisy. We have seen a Baby Daisy. I think Evie got it with Waluigi Pinball not too long ago. That BKT is faster than Vanilla World Record, by the way, for Daisy Circuit. Nice. Nice. So this is like the unofficial official world record for this game. It's just cool to see. Next we have Koopa Cape. This is done by Abby on Dolphin, so I assume I have the ghost file. There it is. A 220.544. It's been a while since we've actually seen the ghost file, so let's enjoy while we can. Okay, so the startup boost doesn't go straight into the wheelie, so it can last longer into the boost ramp, the boost panel ramp. Makes sense, makes sense. Gets a slip drift there. Very nice. A low trick here. Oh, it doesn't trick at all. Wow. Does not trick at all there. Oh wow, doesn't even use the mushroom there. Just hops over the off-road. Really nice. Yep, drift, hold your mini turbo until you reach the bottom of the platform. Yep, right those walls, cuts a good bit amount of time. And I assume the streams will be just used here. The streams will be used here. But hits the wall to get a way lower trick. It's a pretty good tech to know. At least for this track, I have no idea. I usually don't do too well for this track, and probably because I'm looking at the tech in real time right now, barely learning it. Here she is again, not gonna get a low trick, but just go off the boost panel ramp. Again, it's still a bit mind-boggling how you wouldn't want to go off that. And holds the drift, holds the mini turbo until it reaches the bottom into a wheelie, then rides the wall a couple of times. Or she rode the wall lap 1, not too much this lap. Here it is, a trick, and then hits the wall, gets a super low. Yeah, it just like cuts the ramp, like almost teleports to the bottom of the track there. Pretty smart. I think that was cleaner. That cut, that's wall clip was cleaner than lap 1 in my opinion. Let's see if he gets a slip drift here, or she gets a slip drift here. She does not. She actually opts to go to the right side of the ramp, which was different than laps 1 and 2, where she went to the left side of the ramp. Interesting choice. I'm not sure why you would differentiate there, but they did nonetheless. Here it is again, holding the drift into a mini turbo, into a wheelie. Very nice. Oh, there it is. There's a wall ride. There's a wall ride. We did not see that lap 2 for sure. We did not see that lap 2 for sure. Really, really clean driving by Abby. I'm impressed. Here's the wall clip once more. Bam. Then the shroom into the finish line. Drift mini turbo wheelie into the finish line. Really, really, really impressive. I think lap 3 was the fastest. Yep. With a 46.594 being out. The second fastest, lap 2, by just about 0.2 seconds. Just about 0.2 seconds. Almost 0.3. That was Wii Koopa Cape. On to the next one. We have Wii Maple Trueway by WeCoin. A 219.754. And there it is, still yet to be beat, at least for the past couple of days. These BKTs are getting updated on a daily basis, so we're trying our best to keep up. Is he gonna do the shroomless? I'm pretty sure this is doable shroomless. Oh no, he's gonna use the shroom there. Wow. Okay. I thought that was shroomless. I think it is shroomless actually. It is shroomless, but it's just slower. It's just slower. The shroom is just slower. Some cool wall riding there. Holds the MT for a little bit before deciding to wheelie for some reason. I'm not sure why. Here it is, going off this boost panels. It's not gonna go up because you don't go up there. It's just faster, just go around. Chain wheeling, not exactly. He wheelied, he let the wheelie go, and he was just going 83 kilometers per hour for like a second or two, which is kind of crazy. Considering it's BKT. Shroomless is only useful if you start lap 1 in like 1 and 3 because you can get a power item in like 5th. Yes, that makes complete sense. There's 2 shroom spots. The U-turn skip for the first cut. Yes, the U-turn skip. The U-turn skip is really, really impressive. So Maple True does not have a shortcut category, and you know you think maybe the U-turn skip would be in shortcut category, but it's not. So maybe I'm thinking he does it into lap 3. Maybe I'm thinking he does it lap 3 and he holds the stream for that. So here it is, the wheelie again. This time he does change his wheelie and it goes down only to 90 kilometers per hour. No one is going for you in the RR. I had a friend, a mutual, Louis. He comes on stream every so often, and he did U-turn skip. He showed me a clip of doing U-turn skip, so I was like, oh, okay, that's not that. It doesn't seem too hard to do, but considering it's not in the BKT, then yeah, it is pretty hard to do. But here again is WeCoin, some pretty clean lines, nothing too crazy. Just the lines are super clean. Except for lap 1 when he was on the bridge and he fell to chain wheelie. Again, he fell to do a perfect chain wheelie there as well. He went down to like 83 kilometers per hour. It's a very QM reliant cut. What does QM mean? Here we go to the finish line, 2:19.754. Beats lap 3, lap 2 the fastest, beating it by about 0.1. Quantum mechanics, I see. Thank you. The person who does it in the world record said he's been doing the U-turn skip for 6 years now. Jesus. So I think this is one of the BKTs that is very beatable with the U-turn skip then. Very beatable with the U-turn skip. And not even with the U-turn skip, without it too, because he misses the chain wheelie lap 1 on the bridge. On to the next track. Again, that was done by WeCoin. There's no device shown on what platform he did it, so we'll just go on to the next one. We Grumble Volcano. We have a 142.325 done by Plus. This is the first Plus BKT that we have. Thankfully, we do have the ghost for this as well. Wait, what the fuck? Okay, this is 200cc. 142, 142, 142. Do I have the ghost file for this? A 142, 325. I might not have it. Okay. Let's see what the link has in store for us. Oh, so Grumble Volcano is an interesting one. Whenever I clicked on the Wii Grumble Volcano link, it goes to a blank page. So it's kind of scuffed. But if I go to the 200cc Grumble Volcano, it might take me to the 150 as well. No, so Wii Grumble Volcano only has a 200cc page. If you click the Grumble Volcano 150cc, I'll take it to a blank page. So unfortunately, we do not have. That's why I downloaded the 200cc because we didn't have the 150. So we don't have that. We don't have Wii Grumble Volcano. Instead, we'll be watching this ghost file. I put a comment on the link saying the link was lost. Oh, that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. But we do want to give a shout out to Plus. I'll go ahead and just screenshot the time as we watch the staff ghost. Here it is, guys. Wii Grumble Volcano, a 142.325 done by Plus. I think this is his first BKT so far. If you hover over the box, oh. I think, I'm pretty sure it's here, but for some reason I'm not able to see it. For some odd reason, I'm probably not doing it correctly. But nonetheless, we do have the ghost file here. I don't think the ghost file does anything crazy. Did ghost file go for rock hop? I wasn't paying attention. Let's see what he does lap 2. I mean, because he still has 2 shrooms. I don't think he went for rock hop. Also, by the way, rock hop, definitely gotta practice that. Can save you a lot of time and milk. Here's rock hop. Oh, he did go for rock hop. Very impressive. It doesn't seem too hard. It doesn't seem too hard to do the rock hop. Just a good bit of practice. And suddenly you have a track that you have an advantage over others. Because everyone who plays Grumble Volcano Milky, more times than not, people are just going to go for the respawn. They're not going to go for the rock hop. So if you can master the rock hop, you pretty much have a advantage on this track. No chain wheeler. I know you can chain, no chain wheeler, chain drift there. I know you can chain your drifts there. But he decided to just hold it. He goes for respawn here because the rock force is now gone into the lava pit. And here we go into the finish line, gets to respawn. And you don't trek here. You don't trek off that. You're not supposed to trek off that into the finish line. It's actually faster if you don't trek on that. Actually, I knew that firsthand by Dopey, I think. He's the one that first told me that you don't trek off that to go faster. But pretty fun watch, even if it wasn't the BKT. Again, the BKT is a 142.325, and the one we just watched is a measly 148.700. Going on to the next cup, we have Wii Dry Ruins done by Ray. Let's see if I have this BKT. I don't have this BKT either. Again, guys, Wii will be the one where we don't have many ghost files and or videos, but we do have screenshots at the very least. Here is the BKT for Wii Dry Ruins. It is a 148.734, the fastest lap being lap 2 with a 342.05. And there's more than likely a mushroom unbalance here going on, considering how stark the difference in times are between laps. But impressive nonetheless, a 148.734, and the closest we have here is probably ZPL's Ghost File with a 155. A lot of dry battles here this series of retracks. See what ZPL does. He probably looks like Ultra Cut. Yep, more than likely Ultra Cut. Woo, ZPL. This one I don't see. Retracks are my nemesis. I'm not the best at retracks. Retracks have a lot of tech to them. The main 32, like this wall glitch, ZPL didn't even get it at that time. But and it's actually safer to do that instead, to just take it early on and readjust yourself once you come out of that boost panel, that side boost panel. ZPL does not go for the Ultra here. I think he'll go for it into lap 2 to 3. This sand hop is also a bit difficult. Not too hard, but it is a bit difficult. It is easy to mess up. Here has some drift, mini turbo wheelie, drift, mini turbo wheelies. These tombstone things, those are also hard to look trick for me. I don't know why, but I'm always sent flying into the air whenever I try to trick on those. And it looks like ZPL didn't even try that. I think he realized he took that way too early and decided not to trick, so he wouldn't get flung to the other side of the track. So here comes ZPL doing the ultra in 3, 2, 1. Whee! 1, 2, readjust himself before using the very last mushroom. Pretty good. Really clean by ZPL. Clean ultra at that. It's gonna go around this, get a low trick, very nice. And maybe hit the wall glitch here. Maybe hit the wall glitch here, ZPL. Nope. Oh, he did. I lied. He did hit the wall glitch. A very jank wall glitch, but a wall glitch nonetheless. Here's one trick. And here's 2 tricks. Into the end he goes. Very, very nice by Zipple. By Zapple. Zapple himself. Fastest lap, of course, being lap 3 for obvious reasons, and we move on. Of course, compared to Zapple, the BKT is a 148.734, and Zapple is just 155. So, next one, Moonview Highway. This is done by Justin, so we do at least have the video. The best I could get out of this. Well, actually, I practiced this more in HGGP, so please ignore my time there. It is a 145.864. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. It's always fun to see Justin's BKTs because he has his previous ghosts to compare to. And with video, I can just select any time on the track I want to go back to, as opposed to watching it in the game where I have to probably just replay the BKT to see what happened. To see if I missed something. Here he is, pretty clean lines, tight lines, gets a mini turbo off the drift there before hitting the next boost panel. Gets another mini turbo before hitting the boost panel. Has yet to use a mushroom, but he's gonna use it here. Is this streamless? Am I watching streamless? Okay, no. Because I know Justin has some streamless ones, but it doesn't seem so. There you go. He uses his first stream at the start of lap 2, interestingly enough. I think that's just personal choice. That's definitely just personal choice. I think it has to do with the cycles on the vehicles. It has to do with the cycles on the vehicles. Like there, he barely beats that truck. So it definitely, I don't know. I think it definitely has to do with the cycles on the vehicles. He just doesn't do that just to do that. I see his chain wheelie here. He went down to 90, so it's like a half perfect chain wheelie. Do I have any stream commands? I do have stream commands. I have various stream commands. I don't quite remember all of them. But I have RR. I have Dolphin. No, is that not Dolphin? I think I have to spell out Dolphin. Dolphin. There's Dolphin. So pretty similar. It's gonna use the last stream here. Really clean lines by the stream. I don't know the movie much strats are, because you're meant to use different stream strats depending on your pace. Ah, I see. I think that's what really differentiates Moonview from other tracks. Like there's no one set sort of strat that is permanent. It just depends on how you're doing on your run. So I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, I have those 2 commands. I also have tutorial for the EEGS tutorial. Long live EEGS. That's the EEGS tutorial. I don't know what other commands I have. I know I have a couple more. Oh, I have FC. I have various commands. They're all pretty like essential. EEGS! You know, surprisingly enough, the EEGS me tutorial is my most liked YouTube video, so he's definitely a legend in my book. Moving on to the last 2 tracks, I think I will end it off on We for the Day. And just take an extra. Actually, I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shit, I don't know. I might. No, I won't go the distance. I will not go the distance. I know what happened to EEGS. Oh, do spill. Do spill. Actually, don't spill. I mean, if it's anything personal and he wants to keep it to himself, then of course, then you know we respect his privacy. But nonetheless, we do miss him. We do miss him. So WeBC has two. No, it's his laptop. Oh, okay. LMAO. You know, split up the 3DS beta. I think I will. Maybe I'll do half. I think I'll do half of 3DS. I think I'll do half of 3DS. I won't do all of them. I'll do half of 3DS. But here we go. To not waste any more time, here's WeBC, and this has two. This has WeBC shortcut and WeBC no shortcut. I'm not sure if I have both. This is shortcut 210855, and the no shortcut is done by Freighters. So of course Freighters is not gonna give me a damn. It's not gonna give me a damn a damn ghost file or video. So here's the Freighters record. No shortcut 221272. The fastest lap being lap 3, although all three of these are pretty close. They're so identical. Look at this. Look at the difference between lap 1 and 2. That's so impressive. So a 221, and with the shortcut being 210. Wow, the shortcut saves so much time. So let's go ahead and just watch the shortcut. We don't have to watch it go through the regular WeBC. We don't have to, because there's a shortcut for us already. WeBC is so he was trying to fix his laptop, and apparently he didn't plug in the Wi-Fi thing, so he has no Wi-Fi. He said he's too lazy to do it. What the fuck? Oh, so he disassembled his laptop and forgot to put the Wi-Fi card in. Now he's just lazy to put it back in. Freighters BC1 might be one of the hardest BKTs to beat. Wow. Wow. No, it definitely seems impressive. I wonder how that compares to the world record. I know Backcake likes to do runs for WeBC on vanilla Mario Kart Wii. Who else? Envied or Lemonade likes to do runs on this. He did some runs earlier, like a month or two ago, just like constantly doing some WeBC runs. So this track is still very popular, still very competitive in terms of getting records for it. Here's shortcut. Wow, doesn't even use a shroom for it. It's just all shroomless. Yes, because it's really close to world record. Wow. Wow. You know, so here's a question. If Raiders got the world record on this mod, does that mean he has the world record? Then no, it doesn't mean he has a world record, because he's like at a quote-unquote advantage, right? He has the kilometers per hour, he has the input viewer, he has 1080p, even though he's playing the mod on the Wii. Even though he's playing the mod on the Wii. No, because it has to be on CGPP. Yeah, exactly. Oh wow, look, he's just shroom there to make the ultra shroom. He's just shroom there to make the ultra. So in theory, it's still beatable if you could make the cut shroomless 2 for 2, at least 2 for 2. I don't know what's gonna happen lap 3, but at least 2 for 2. Has to be for the anti-cheat. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I mean, that's the only thing, one of the few things that CGTV has going for it, the anti-cheat, because it's so much harder on Dolphin, because we don't require NANDs, because it's on the computer, so it can be true and not cheated. Yeah, exactly. Does he stream here? He doesn't. Okay, so you're gonna have to do shroomless 3 for 3 if you want to beat this BKT, for sure. Really impressive run nonetheless. A 210.855 again. That is done by Joe Blaze. I've never seen that before. I've never seen that name before. So congratulations to Joe Blaze to his very first BKT, as far as I know. As far as, at least at this point, into the BKT series. You see that bit of the shortcut one for 200cc that I clipped? I may or may have not. If I go to time trials and just lightly scroll. I don't see it. But you're free to link it here. I'm happy to watch it with you. But moving on to the next BKT. At least our BKTs cannot be cheated as easily anymore. Yes, there's There's huge work going into the mod for anti-cheating, because we've had a series of hackers, not that the mod's grown, a constant series of hackers that it's honestly got into the development team, to the owner, to the admins, to constantly be dealing with these people. And so the developers have been hard at work for some real anti-cheat to come into the mod. Here's We Rainbow Road BKT. It is on the Flamefire. It's super cool to put this on the cart. But before that, let's go ahead and watch this clip that Dopey just sent me. If I just pull it up here and I drag and drop here, you guys see it already. Here it is. What am I gonna watch here? What is this? Okay, kind of skip forward a bit into like here. Let's see what Dopey does. I just DM'd it. Yeah, I see it. We're seeing it. Okay, that seems really clean. That seems really clean. Oh, look at this! What the fuck? Oh, is that possible? Is that possible? Or is that just a thing? I think it's possible. I mean, you hit the roof. That's why you didn't make it. You hit the roof. But there's that. Oh, wait, let me pull that back up. And then now we're back. Now we're back to normal. It's honestly scary because the moment we got our new anti-cheat, we immediately caught a cheater. That's fucking crazy. That's crazy. Okay, I don't want to name any names, but I know Problem was caught cheating on time trials before. And so it's really nice that we're getting this anti-cheat to really validate these runs that we're watching. Because what are they for if they're cheated, man? What are we watching them for if they're cheated? Yes, it's the alignment. Ah, I see. Here's We Rainbow Road on the Flamefire. Let's fucking go, bro. Hop. Right to side boost panel. Very nice. Wow. Super tight line. Super tight line. I think this is really impressive, especially on cart, because not only is the track narrow, but you're on the way bigger vehicle, so the stakes are just a bit higher. Oh, there's a boost panel cut skip. He did it 1-for-1 so far, and he might do it for 2-for-2. I know on this track in CGGP, the record's been broken for the Ultra 3-for-3. So congrats to that person. Don't quite remember the name, but really impressive nonetheless to see a 3-for-3. Look at this. Look at this. This guy is actually mental. The Flamefire. The Flamefire, ladies and gentlemen. As Landman said, this track could be beaten on Student Star. Yeah, I saw Beanzord got it. Yeah, Beanzord. Congratulations to Beanzord. But still, even the BKT on this is super impressive. Okay, he didn't go for the skip, the ramp skip. So it's definitely beatable on RR. Definitely beatable. I mean, seeing a 3-for-3 Ultra on RR would be actually insane. That would be actually insane. I think it would make a lot of headlines. Lots of headlines. It's an orange MT. Doesn't need a purple because he's just gonna hop trick on these. We're gonna see very similar things to lap 1 and 2. The driving here, the floating in the air here, the super tight line here, the orange MT. Oh, he hit the wall. He hit the wall before he went to the cannon. He lost some time there. Okay, that one wasn't the cleanest of turns either. Okay, so this is definitely beatable. This is still definitely beatable. But still impressive nonetheless. A blue into another blue. I don't think we saw that laps 1 and 2. A blue into another blue. MT. But there it is. The fastest lap was still lap 1. Wow. Wow. I mean, he even did the turn skip lap 2. So you'd think lap 2 would be the fastest. But impressive nonetheless. That is this is done by BHO. This is his first BKT so far. Shout out to BK2, yeah, BHO, and congratulations. Now we're done with the Wii series. We're gonna move on to the 3DS series. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 cups. And I think we'll do 2 today, and the other 2 next stream, very very early on. Alright, here we go. This first one is 3DS Toad Circuit done by very known figure. We all know already at this point. We've seen various BKTs of this guy. This guy's just a legend. I remember seeing a clip of 2 people in regular lounge getting hit by a bomb in the ending of the cannon and went out of bounds. Jesus. Yeah, Wii Remote can be a bit janky. It can definitely be a bit janky. I definitely seen some clips in the RR server and the clips channel where people are just glitching out on the track. 3DS onwards is where all my BKT start coming along. Let's go, Carson! Let's go, Carson. We're now moving on from the Justin show. We are transitioning slowly, ever so slowly, into the Carson show. But for now, we're gonna watch 3DS Toad Circuit. This is again on the spear, and it's more than likely going to be hybrid. More than likely. Wait, doesn't like to use hybrid. Have I ever seen use hybrid? So far, there's no evidence that he's using hybrid. Yeah, straight wheeling. No adjustments. Some drift chaining. Very nice. Very clean. Dude, this guy's not on hybrid. This is like the first spear track that I've never seen. Yeah, so he's not using hybrid. This guy's a legend for that, dude. This guy's a legend in that. You look near perfect lines. Near perfect lines. Here comes the chain drift into the wheelie. You know, shout out to he's gonna be like the only person on spear that's not gonna use hybrid. And it's already lap 3. It's already the end of lap 3. Oh, this one just came and went. Some players would prefer using manual because that's what they've used for years. Yeah, exactly. No, it makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. I mean, honestly, in my personal opinion, hybrid has the advantage, but if you're more comfortable with manual, then that's the way to go. Here we go with Daisy Hills. This is done by Day with a 116.652. Let's see how this goes. I think this is a fairly old BKT, if I'm not mistaken. Fairly old BKT. And this one actually has a ghost file. This is done on the Wii. So it's that much more surprising that we have a ghost file for this. I wanted to see if they were on very old but very strong. I think they're on hybrid. Yeah, I think they're on hybrid. This is an old. It was done, I think, in October. Yeah, definitely. A missed chain there. It goes down to like 89 kilometers per hour. A different hybrid. Nice. Nice. Some really clean driving. Really strong driving. This is definitely gotta be one of the oldest BKTs ever. I wonder what the oldest BKT lasting is. I wonder which one that is. I'm sure there's some evidence in the document that says like date and time that the BKT was posted, so I'd have to do my research on that. But nonetheless, this looks really clean lines. I don't think I anticipate to see this beat anytime soon. Really clean lines, those off-road shortcuts, nothing fancy, just some really clean driving. Those small tiny little adjustments while wheeling, some good chains, some good wheelie chains. Fastest lap being lap 3, only beating lap 2 by 0.01 of a second. So really impressive by a Day there. I'm not sure, as all of the old BTs were set in the old RR server. Yeah, unless it's a cart. Yep. That makes sense because we had the RR server, the Retro Rewind, and the ZPL server merge which I think was really smart to do. I think that was a really smart move. So most of the dates now only show when it was forwarded here. Makes sense. Makes sense. Moving on to 3DS Cheap Lagoon. This used to be owned by Carson when I first imported it, but now it's been beat. It's not a 120 anymore. It's a 119.948 by SV. This is pretty recent. GG's Carson. This guy did it. Wait, he did it back in. He did it like 2 days ago. This guy did it like 2 days ago. By SV. Really impressive. Alright, gonna have to import this. And to come out of nowhere, Eastern Snatch it. No, Carson! The BKT video, bro. It didn't make the BKT video, but that's okay. We both got a taste of our own medicine. I got beat by and beat me back, so it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's go ahead and search Carson's time here. 1 minute 20. 1 minute 2590. Open that file and then copy paste this. And then go back and forward, and then we'll be able to compare the two. Select Ghost, replay. The flag is peak. Yes, I agree, the flag is peak. He's also snatched my Wario shipboard. Fuck. 500 TTs, 100cc TTs win. That is a grand. That's a crazy offer. Wait, what? He's beating it on Flame Runner? What? He's beating it on Flame Runner? But I kind of wanted to go back just an excuse to see that flag again. That's really cool. Okay. 500cc BKT watch party win. Wow, he's not even tricking there. He decides to trick there. This is crazy. I'm not making a new category, nor am I updating a bunch of unoptimized ties. Yeah, exactly. There's honestly no reason to do a 500 one. Here you go, guys, with the 500cc BKT. The first strat here is to ram yourself into the wall. Just straightforward. Wow, look how far ahead he is on the Flame Rider. This is really impressive by SB. Again, it's not gonna boost there. It's gonna trick off here instead. I see SB's first time was like 0.2 faster, but he just kept going, bruh. That's the same thing what happened with when he beat my GBA Rainbow Road record. He posted like four freaking ghost files back to back within the same day, which is absolutely mental. But this is very impressive by SV. The fastest lap 3, 26424, beating out lap 2 by 0.4. Super impressive by SV. I was like gonna take it back, but now they're like 1.2 seconds faster. Exactly. Here we go into Shy Guy Bazar, ladies and gentlemen, the second to last cup of the day. Again, this is taken by none other than a 151698. 151698. We are in the crunch time of the stream, heading into the thick of it. This track when Carson blued me and Milky when I said to hold. I can't believe you still remember that. That's a beautiful clip. I wished I had a. Whoa, look at this! Holy shit! Wow. Wow, what? I gotta see that again, dude. I might use that for a Milky. But yeah, that's an iconic clip. I had wished I fixed the mixer volume because you guys' voices were just too low, but still audible. Troy does that and the staff goes kind of crazy. What the fuck? And Troy is mental. Troy is actually mental. Here we go, he's gonna do it again. It doesn't seem too hard to do at first glance. I mean, all he's doing, he's tricking off the ramp and he's just angling it. Like, there's no like spin drift going on. There's no like TFing going on. It seems easy just by looking at it, but in execution, I'm sure it's a bit different. Yeah, this SG was one of the ones that took me the longest to beat. Wow. The hardest part is staying on the rail with the trick boost. Ah, I see. And kind of crazy that Troy went for that cut. And Troy's like, nah, you guys gotta deal with this. If I'm the staff ghost, you guys gotta deal with this. And see if there's a delay. That's a really clean line. It's a really clean line. All 3 streams used already. So I just expect him to. Yeah, he doesn't trick off there either. And once more, drift, me turbo wheelie into the finish line. A 151.698 by none other than Ya. Or yeah, I say yeah. Then really impressive. Love to see his BKTs when they pop up because we have his ghost files. He always posts his ghost files. Fastest lap here being lap 1. Surprisingly. Billing out laps 2 and 3 by not even a 0.1. Not even 0.1 of a second, looks like. Smart steering went for the cut. So turn on smart steering mid-cut, guys. You just gotta turn on smart steering mid-cut. Here we go! We're on to the Carson Cup, ladies and gentlemen. On to the Carson Cup. He has 2 BKTs on this, although I will say they're both on 1 track. 3S Woohoo Loop. Let's see what I have here. Okay, I don't think I have either. Why don't I have either? What the heck? I guess I didn't import the ghost files. Let's go ahead and import both of them now. The Carson KT, the KKT. I was a bit scared. I was like, oh, I was about to say triple K, dude. I don't know. All right, let's go ahead and search this up for my ghost, and we'll move on to this 1 minute 49. Bro, I was scared. I was so scared, bro. I was like, no, bro, it's over for me. I'm about to get canceled. Bro. But no, we're watching the KKT, guys. That's it. I'm not saying any more of that letter. No more. Let's get these ghosts, these things imported. I think that's right. I think this is right. Okay, now I just drag and drop these. Okay, before I do that, say 136694 and a 135222. Okay, yeah, that's right. Very nice, very nice. B Carson T. There you go. Think smarter, not harder. Let's go. The B Carson T. There you go. Now I can confidently say it, bro. Alright, so here it is, Carson, with both BKTs on Woohoo Loop shortcut category and no shortcut category. The difference seems to be just over a second. Just over 1 second. Let's go ahead and see the non-shortcut first. I assume we're going to see a lot of chain wheelies. I assume this is going to be on hybrid. Okay, 98. Goes down to 85. It goes on to 85 again. This is just like a chain wheelie simulator. Oh, you went down to like 91 there. That was a pretty good. Wow, look at that low trick. That was a really good low trick. 1 shroom, 2 shrooms. Yeah, that's a pretty big cut. I would imagine you would have at least used 1 shroom there. Here's a hybrid turning. You don't even need to drift there. Pretty good driving. Don't need to chain wheelie there as you're going into another turn. Again, this hybrid, you're gonna maintain full speed. There it is. There are some slight adjustments. Drifting to the left, tricking. I think here he will use the boost panel. Yeah, you just gotta use the boost panel here. Very nice. Very nice. He is going 98 kilometers per hour. pretty clean driving. Doesn't even get to do chain wheelie there, so as he's already on the next turn. Maybe he can low trick there as well. Also, what are your thoughts on new Mario Kart? I like it. I like it a good bunch. I like it a good bunch. It's a bit, some people have been saying it's worrying how, like in the Grand Prix, from transitioning from one track to another, it's just a bunch of straightaway road. But we have to think about, like, that's just a Grand Prix, right? That's just for filthy casuals. Like, we're still gonna have our three lap tracks. Like, we're still gonna have our 3 lap tracks. I'm super excited for it. Graphically, it looks really similar to 8 Deluxe, even though 8 Deluxe came out like 11 years ago. So, in that sense, I'm kind of unimpressed, but still not, since it still looks pretty. I wish wheeling was back. I really wish wheeling was back. That would have been pretty cool, but of course it's a casual game. They didn't want to bring wheeling back. It's fine. It's fine by me. Apart from that, what else? I like the golden chill. That's why we need wheeling again, so then the straightaways are more fun. Exactly. I mean, the perfect example is this BKT, you know? We're paying attention to the chain wheelies. I wish someone at Nintendo would know that and bring that up to their mind. Other than that, I like the wall riding. I like the tracks. I like the Star Cup a lot. The Star Cup a lot from the Nintendo Treehouse is pretty wait. I need to see this again. Where did you use the stream? Was pretty. I enjoyed that one a lot. I like the cast of characters. I liked all the costumes. I like the free roam aspect, so we'll see how it goes. The gliders, we don't have any more like parachutes, we have like wings to glide. That's not a perfect chain wheelie. I went down to like 85. Okay, the first room is used here. Wow. I guess it makes sense if you're not going for this one that we did previously. Here comes some more chain wheeling, goes down to 80 something. And now we just adjust. Oh wow, so instead of like turning, this is not on hybrid, is it? Yeah, I'm noticing like the turns are a bit different from lap 1. Or no, it is on hybrid. The turns were just different than the other BKT, which was no shortcut. That's interesting. I wonder which method is faster then. So here it is. Here's the ultra shortcut. Like right here, it's gonna bunk the wall or something. This alignment, and then bam! Wow. My driving is way worse on my shortcut, and I agree. It's a bit worse, but impressive nonetheless. Look at this respawn. It's so broken. Also, to only be ahead of like 1 second is crazy. I feel like you would definitely be ahead of the no shortcut category by at least a couple seconds. Honestly, they should make it like how RR is, where you can get purple MT on carts only. To here, final drift into wheelie into the finish line. Pretty impressive nonetheless. Fastest lap was lap 1 with a 1:35.222. Really entertaining to watch that, especially that shortcut. That's absolutely mental. I'm sure that takes a lot of safe stating, just pressing the replay button and hoping to get it in a run. Yeah, but I don't want to grind the category again. That clip sucks. Honestly, they should make it how R is. We get purple MT on carts only. Yes, and outside drift bikes get yellow MTs, and inside only blue MTs. So then the wheelies are somewhat balanced. I wholeheartedly agree. And this way, and that way, we're gonna have carts advantage tracks. We'll have bike advantage tracks, and we'll have like outside drift bike advantage tracks, to where there is no one meta. Just like how in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, the meta is pretty much what Yoshi, Teddy bike. Yeah, so we have more variety, so that there isn't just one meta. Like for example, here in RR, Funky Flame Runner is what everyone goes, and you know, this is a mod. This is I really wish that we had more varied stats, or more similar stats at least, so that we could use other characters. But that's just not the case when you're playing Mogi. You pretty much have to play Funky Flame Runner. Especially because you gotta drive a minute on each attempt to just try to clip. Yeah, I'm sure that took a very long time. I kind of have like vague memories of people clipping and sending it to the time trial channel. But congratulations nonetheless. You have both the Woohoo Loop and Woohoo Loop non-shortcut and shortcut BKT. Moving on to 3DS Mario Circuit. The Carson show is over, at least for now. This is by Paw Jaw Feet with a 156044. It's not here, of course. Paw Jaw Feet is not going to give us the ghost in our video. Let's see if I have. I definitely have at least a screenshot. 3DS Mario Circuit. Is it? Wait, which was 3DS Mario Circuit? I'm kind of spazzing. Okay. Here it is. 15604. Okay, this is a previous attempt. That's what I'm saying. Like the way RR makes it more balanced for carts. Yes. No, you make a great point actually, because we have. I just said that you pretty much have to use Funky Flame. You don't have to use Funky Flame. I take that back. I mean, we have a good amount of cart mains in Mogi. That make the cart pretty viable. And even then, I mean, Daisy Mock is still viable too as well. So, are we still watching the previous attempt? I don't think he just restarted. Oh, here we go. This is the BKT, ladies and gentlemen. I cooked my first cart Mogi. Nice. I remember giving you the cart exception as well. Here's where you use the shooting spot. Very impressive. Paw Jaw Feet is a super good player. Wow, he messed up there. He hit some off-road. I guess it doesn't matter because it's Paw Jaw Feet. Nintendo should take those notes for real. 110%. He's holding the drift here, not chaining because of the spiral. It's a bit tight of a turn. He does that shortcut there. Really impressive. Kind of wall rides the pipe there for a little bit. Though. Into lap when we go. That's a 38.827. He goes once more. Okay, same shooting spot. I think we'll see some very similar lines. Instead, though, he won't hit the off-road here. I'm thinking his lap 1 is the weakest. His lap 1 is definitely the weakest, in my opinion. I just hope Nintendo listens to the community again, like how they did for the booster course pass. I'm not sure exactly what the fans were asking for in the booster course pass, but I'm glad they got it. I'm really glad they got it. Also, Sky High Sunday was a track that people were a bit conflicted about to return. Like out of all the tracks in Mario Kart, they chose Sky High Sunday. Thought that was a bit funny. Also, some people are weird about time trials if the tracks only have 1 lap. They will not have 1 lap. They definitely won't have 1 lap. They're gonna. I mean, that'll just be considered a flap, really. Because again, the Grand Prix won't be you driving. The Grand Prix is you driving to a track and doing 1 lap of the track, but that's not like the versus mode. The versus mode is definitely just gonna be 3. We didn't watch the BKT. How many attempts is this video? Oh Jesus. Okay, I think this is definitely the last attempt. This has to be the last attempt. Yeah, this is the last attempt. They won't have 1 lap for TTs. Yeah, I don't think they'll have 1 lap for TTs. I saw a Shortcat's reaction or first thoughts on Mario Kart Tour, and I also saw TWD98's first reactions or thoughts on Mario Kart Tour. I say Tour, Mario Kart World. Because if in the GP mode you do 3 laps of the first track, 3 laps tracks exist. Exactly. No, yeah. 3 lap tracks are definitely a thing, and they're pushing this Grand Prix free roam thing because it's the whole gimmick of the game, right? Just how like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's gimmick was anti-gravity, this is open world free roam. But at its core, it'll still be Mario Kart. It'll still be Mario Kart with 3 lap tracks. The only thing that's gonna be different though And so the Grand Prix, they're very shown multiple Grand Prix, and both Grand Prix have 24 players in it, and so naturally that makes the tracks wider. And so how is that gonna work with competitive Mogi? I'm glad that we don't have underwater tracks now. Yeah, I was fine without underwater tracks. I didn't think they were too big of a deal to leave them out. What was I saying? How's that gonna work with 12 players? Is Mogi now just gonna be restricted to 24 players since all tracks are catered to 24 players? Like, you guys have seen the tracks already. They're super wide. They're really wide. So how would that work with 12 players? Wouldn't it be a bit awkward with 12 players in such wide tracks? The only thing I really dislike though is being able to pull feathers in first. I think the purpose of pulling feathers is first is to dodge it. I think in the Nintendo Treehouse, the very first one they did, the guy attempted to dodge the blue shell with the feather. But here it is, guys. After a very long wait of watching this, we kind of skipped over him. I kind of feel bad because we were talking about Nintendo Mario Kart World, but things happen, so it's okay. And we still watched it nonetheless. His fastest lap here was lap 2 with a 3.8584. Lap 3 falling very closely behind with a 0.1-ish, less than 0.1 actually. So yeah, really impressive. Well done to Paw Jaw Feet. Moving on to 3DS Music Park. I think we have a video on this as well. This is again Paw Jaw Feet with a 2:10.787. I wonder how many attempts he's gonna give us before. I think I'm gonna have to like skip towards the middle. Okay, that's lap 3, lap 1. Okay, so here. Yeah, but it'll be busted for front running since you could easily cut large turns with them. Yes, I think it'll be a bit busted for front running. No, that makes perfect sense. It's like almost replacing the shroom in first, right? Because you could take shortcuts. Therefore, it's pretty much another mushroom. And the costume change being available in every position, which gives mushroom boost when used. Oh yeah, oh yeah, 100%, 110%. But I think the costume changes will be restricted to like free roam Grand Prix only. I don't think they'll be in versus. I really doubt they'll be in versus. Yeah, I'm kind of blanking out for this, not gonna lie. Also, is it me, or are they pulling mushrooms in second when the player? Is it me, or that we're pulling mushrooms in second when the player in first is right in front? Does that mean that the items are not distance based? Oh, that's a good thought. Oh, that's a good thought. They might go back to a position base, which is a bit weird. I feel like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, I mean, people say it all the time, it's like the most balanced Mario Kart of all time. So the distance-based item percentage pulling was a good thing, all in all. It was a good thing, so I hope they bring it back, but by the sounds of your statement, it doesn't seem so. It doesn't seem so at all. Here we go. That's lap 2 with a 4.305, 405. I kind of want to pay a bit more closer attention. I'm pretty sure he's just doing like really clean laps. Nothing crazy, but just super tight lines, really clean driving. It almost doesn't get much better than this. Also, I also dislike how weak the shock is, because what the fuck? Yeah, the shock is kind of weak. Okay, so first of all, the shock cannot get you if you're if there's like if you're unsheltered, if there's like something covering on top of you, for example, a tunnel in a highway. Second of all, the shock only gets people if they are in front of you. So if you're in 6th holding the shock, if you use the shock, it will not get the players behind you. But there is Paw Jaw Feet with the BKT, a 43.405 fastest lap compared to lap 3, which was a 0.15-ish difference. Very impressive by Paw Jaw Feet. And finally, we have Rock Mountain. We are getting a bit off topic, so it does make sense that we end after this final cup. This is done by Ah. Very impressive stuff by Ah. We've seen Ah before. I don't think he really needs much of an introduction at this point. But yeah, the shock is really weak. Shit. What else is different? We have the hammer, bros. We have the hammer item. We have the golden shell. Another BKT snatcher. Well, has not snatched 2 BKTs from us, so shit. GG's. We're just gonna have to grind more, I suppose. But this looks really clean so far. That soul mushroom being used there, very nice. Of course, does not use hybrid. It's pure manual. Like when MKDS had GCN DK Mountain, like the person in first only gets a coin and a potassium peel, and the person second gets a star. Second gets a star and 3 mushrooms from the can. That's why I hate this in base times. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. No, that makes a lot of sense. So, I mean, in theory, the best solution would be to have a mix of distance-based items and position-based items. So a combination of both will probably bring the best balance. Really clean driving by Awe. We really expect nothing less at this point. Trick there as well. Super low tricks. So impressive. Doesn't go for the ramp there, there's no point. Yeah, but that's also Nintendo. But that's also Nintendo because they were dumb enough to put it inside at a cannon. Yeah. Or make the items good like NKW. You mean actually useful? A 145,793 by fastest lap being yes, fastest lap being lap 2, if only ever so slightly compared to lap 3. We're gonna quit here now. But yeah, let's have a smooth transition. We'll stop here with the BKTs and continue another day. But I should continue this very, very shortly, because then other BKTs will catch up to me, and then I'll never finish this. But since we're on the topic of Mario Kart World, I kind of want to pull up the Nintendo Treehouse. Some Nintendo Treehouse vids. Or at least very briefly before I end the stream. We can do the rest tomorrow, split them into 2 more streams. I think I might have to do the rest tomorrow. I might have to do all of it tomorrow and just start really early. Start really early. If I don't do it, if I don't start the stream tomorrow really early, then it will be split into 2 more. It will be split into 2 more. So here we go. I mean, it's Sunday tomorrow, so I have all day to do it. Also, can we just talk about the price on the Switch too? I think it's... Is it 450 or 500? Where's the price? Where is it, bro? Okay, let me just search up the price real quick. Nintendo Switch price. It's like 450 for just a yeah. It's 450 with the console, but then it's like $50 more because with the bundle. So it makes perfect sense to go for the bundle. It makes perfect sense to go for the bundle. What I do hope is that the bundle comes with the actual physical like card or disc of the game. I really dislike digital. I want to hold the game in my hand. I want to smell the case. Yeah, it's super expensive. That's also the price before tariffs. Exactly, it's the price before tariffs, but for the main words 500. The price before tariffs, and the pre-orders were canceled because of the tariffs. Pre-orders were canceled because of the tariffs. We're not canceled, but not yeah, pretty much canceled because of the tariffs. So now we're thinking that it might be even pricier. It might be even pricier with the tariffs. Of course, I don't think they're gonna delay the game. I think they'll just have to like bump up the price like $50 more. I don't know. I literally don't know what's gonna happen because they already pulled the plug on the pre-orders. I mean, the release date hasn't been delayed. The release date hasn't been delayed at the very least, but
Are you gonna hold that for defense, D? Or are you
Yeah,
This track is my favorite.
if I can get it,
or you
This
can
track
use
is
your
my
rear
favorite.
camera and
So far.
I'm literally trying to do that.
Okay, bye.
I think this section right here is really pretty.
Oh, well, you didn't need to. You just got multiple.
I just got multiples.
Yeah.
Yep. Here we go.
Oh, no,
this
here
is
you
it.
go.
Yeah.
This is it.
Oh no!
Also, these people playing, they're like filthy casuals. Like, you know, they're filthy casuals by the way they drive, the way they speak. I mean, it's like it's pertaining to a very broad audience. I think it's $200 bonus because I saw that the USA switched to manufacturers Vietnam, which is like a 40%. Oh, that's so fucked, dude. That's so fucked, dude. There's no way the Switch 2 releases for like $700, dude. There's just no way, or $650, whatever. There's just no way. If that's the case, then like that's gonna affect sales 100%. Like, ain't no way people are gonna be paying over half a grand for the Nintendo Switch 2.
But also, D, you're gonna need some serious.
Yeah, this is fucked.
in order to take the lead.
It's already 769 Australian. Oh, that's so fucked, dude.
Yeah. Okay. Good job.
I feel bad for the Australians now. You guys are paying as much as me. No, you will not. I hope we boycott, but I mean, Americans are fairly lazy, in my personal opinion, when it comes to like political change. Like when you see rallies and protests, they're usually at bigger, well-known cities as opposed to medium, smaller sized towns.
Oh no.
But okay, besides the price, besides the negatives, I mean, it looks like a really clean game. I love that they're water driving here. They're not going underwater.
I know. It's kind of.
You can trick on the water as well when you bounce on it. This is Wario Shipyard. You can do multiple tricks in the air. Like, you can see Peach here is doing multiple tricks, which is really flashy. 1, 2, 3, 4, crazy amount of tricks. So you guys will be paying about 122.5 Australian dollars for it. That's crazy. That's actually mental.
Okay, all you need.
That's actually mental.
Some good items. Let's see what I can get here. Okay. All right. We can make this work. If we must.
Oh wow! I just died.
While we continue to watch this, I'll be looking for someone to raid.
150cc, man.
Yeah. Can I get in there? Oh boy.
Just have to beat D. Just have to beat D. That's all we're doing.
Yeah. Also, I've also noticed you can trick off people's heads. Yeah. So Mario tricked off Donkey Kong's head, if I'm not mistaken, on the first Nintendo Treehouse. But it kind of makes sense. It kind of makes sense though, because they said it will have ray tracing, 120 FPS, which you see the prices on your PlayStation, Xbox consoles. Yeah, sure. It definitely makes sense. Like in actuality, the price is relatively cheap compared to a PlayStation 5, a brand new PlayStation 5.
Go, go, go!
My coffee.
Overall standings, K.
Where's did they play Sky High
I
Sunday?
have redeemed myself
I think in the middle of it.
That is insane.
They play Sky High Sunday here. Also like how the glider movement looks more like NK7 movement. Ah, not an ADX movement.
Got DK on the brain.
And I think that's a good thing, right? Because there's definitely tech in MKADX where you kind of have to like push yourself to the corner and then glide like diagonally to go faster.
This is fine. This is not fine.
Oh no.
That
Comic
backfired.
just turned you into Charlie.
The Steph track, coming to the next. They listened to his worries, bro. They listened to his worries.
In this position.
You can bring it back. You're okay.
Oh gosh.
Is anyone on today? Is anyone on today?
Oh gosh. I am lost. I am lost.
Yeah, I've done the Dead for Life, and then again.
Oh no, I totally messed this up, you guys.
Alright, I think I'll rate Dead for Life. I'm not sure how long he's been going for. He's been going for a good minute now, though.
Something good, please.
He's going for a good minute. Then the motion glider, yeah. Then there's Genzo gliders and dumb other shit.
Yeah, I basically took a right into a wall. It was not a good
I mean,
moment.
honestly, I'll say this now that it's actually drivable. Yeah, it's definitely drivable.
I won't say anything.
I mean, we don't know how the drift mechanics feel. Of course, we're looking at it, but you know, we haven't had an actual feel of the controller and whatnot, so we don't know yet. We don't know yet.
trying to pass
We're
her
okay.
there.
We're okay.
Okay.
We're okay. We're fine. No, we're
Okay,
not
you're
fine.
only-
We're
you're
not
on-
fine.
you're
I
on-
missed the item.
You're on lap 2. It's okay.
Bam. Goodbye, baby Daisy.
Bye-bye.
Bam. Goodbye. I saw a glitch. I saw a glitch. Let's go to.
No, it's not.
I might get pen for
Oh
this.
no. Well, good thing I.
I don't know. Let's see. Mario Kart. Well, let's see if I can find it real quick. Gameplay.
No.
Not that. Not that. Not this either. Wow, 1 hour of Mario Kart World? That's actually crazy. Not that either. No. I saw something where there was a glitch where someone was trailing a green shell. A person got hit with the green shell on their screen, but in the other person's screen, they were still holding the green shell. Wow, there's just so much Mario Kart World. Oh, I think it's here. It's here. Also, big disappointing that the triple nanos are rotating. Oh yeah, I think I saw that.
Better to make it to the next segment.
So like right around here. Where is he? It's definitely on this track. I'm gonna pay attention to when Baby Daisy pulls greens. Yeah, here's the green.
Pretty fast.
Yeah.
Go back. Here. Here. It was like doing Nintendo House KO. It's this one right here, yeah. So Baby Daisy is trading the green shell. Here's the coin purse. Right on the green shell. Coin purse is gonna hit the green shell. But on the other person's screen, they're still trading the green shell. Like what's going on, guys? Is this game finished or is this game not finished? Look at that. And then they throw a green shell and they hit someone. They hit someone with it. So they had 2 green shells.
But all these penguins coming at you too. It's like a luge.
And I think the people were like trying to brush it off. Like no one really, no one in the on the couch really mentioned it. So.
On the right-hand side too, you see.
Okay, let's not stall any further, guys. It's been a pleasure. Thank you guys so much for watching. We will continue this very, very shortly into 1 or 2 streams, likely 2 streams. Imagine that with online. I know, like they're playing couch co-op, dude. They're playing couch co-op. Let's get raid DE_4 LIF. All right, thank you, Carson. Thank you for the good nights. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Good night, guys. Good night, Dobby. Thank you guys for chatting, watching, and lurking. Good night, Owen. I hope I spelled that right. I hope I did. Good night. I'm here.